awesome is this? Woo, look, had a little run-in with the security guy. Look at this. Really? Fuck. Ugh. Stop.
We're back for North American Arts Update. 3 wide. Are you coming in? Are you gonna come in?
No. Oh, okay. She's behind the scenes.
Just staying behind the scenes.
Twitter gold. As soon as I mention you,
Yeah.
That's the benefit of having so many enemies. What can I say? it's like, I don't know, you probably could do a better reference than me. This is my dad, by the way.
What? Where
Frank
are we
Atolo.
on?
Yeah, we're on.
Oh, okay.
We're
No monitor, huh?
The camera's up here. The monitor's
go.
over here. Mike is gone.
Mike's taking a break. Well-deserved break here.
This is only the second time I've been down here since the beginning of the meet.
That's true, because last night was first.
See what?
Woo! Okay, so here's the deal. We're coming up on the handball eliminations now. And I know...
Right.
Well, actually, this is what I handled for Twin Spires. You have a horse, right?
We're looking at some prices here.
Yeah, what are some prices right now? The 5 is the favorite. Forget that. Where's that plane? Hey, where'd you
Back again.
Oh boy, this place is just teeming. And they haven't even started dancing upstairs on the roof yet. They're dancing on the roof shortly.
Jeez.
That works for me. We'll get up there.
I almost got shut out. I bet Grant Teton to win in that last race. He was 70-1. Yeah. I was behind this guy who just stood there punching every number he possibly could. Like, the absolute worst thing that could have happened.
They were not scoring. They were going to post. Some guy ran up to me.
Okay.
I don't even know the guy. He went up to me and he went, "I'm going to make a courageous bet," and he left. So I knew I had one fan out there.
That's because the Courageous Wagering Series you write for Hoofbeats.
Yeah, this guy was out. "I'm going to make a courageous bet," he said.
Now that we know Hoofbeats has at least one subscriber.
At least one. One guy is reading is not flipping his page to go to Equine Fitness or whatever it is I have after that. Help your horse or...
The Help Your Horse column.
Help your horse column.
Up your horse column.
Boy, I've been here for since many years, and it's always...
Since many years, yes.
It's always just sweltering no matter what. At least it stopped raining.
The rain was actually fine, because it made things so much cooler.
I'm still bleeding. I'm trying to...
Gee.
It's that old problem with...
We almost had him dismembered. Alright. More fan. Now people know us.
People know us.
I blame you for this.
So you're getting a lot of Twitter activity, are you?
I guess so.
David, yes, I am watching.
Where are we here?
I watch for comments to just to see what you guys are saying. We want our fans in the conversation. That's part of the reason why we do this.
I want fans in my face right now.
Why can't I see odds?
Because they're on the board and they're on this screen.
Oh, I can't.
And
this
we
is horrible.
I've been calling off this all day.
Mets
Hall's 29-1.
Really?
Yeah.
Woo,
That's
oh boy.
not bad.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
It's a crusher.
Uh-oh.
The orange crusher. I could use an orange crush right now.
Oh, God.
Woo.
There's soda upstairs, thanks.
So we're going to show you the odds board here. First elimination for the Hambletonian 93rd edition.
How's Hat-Trick Habit not 99-1?
Field of 9.
That horse
Tough
should be
race, I think.
Only you think.
Well,
I don't think that either.
I'm not a fan of Wolfgang at 6-5. I think he can hit the ticket. He'll make the final, I believe. But for me, Crystal Fashion, my top choice here, 4-1. Looks good on paper. Should be following live horses.
What's the filly now? I can't see.
Atlanta.
She's 9-5.
Okay. Wow, they're really going for her, huh?
Yeah, people like her. People bet the story. You should know this. Here, I'll help you.
This is as hot as when Atlanta burned and gone with the wind. Woo!
This is hotter than an evening at Tony Sabito's house. That's not even the name of a guy we know. Where'd you get that?
It's right here. I think it's
I got.
You're getting quite a burn there.
Yeah. I don't have a lot of hair, so it doesn't help shade anything.
Your words, not ours.
It doesn't help shade anything. So I think what's going to happen is I'm going to have to steal Ray's hat.
You better not. I'll say I have lice. I don't care what people think of me. I care what people think of you, though.
Yeah, sure you do.
You can take my hat anyway.
Yeah.
Hey, Jay.
I don't care about lice.
I just want to mention Jay Bergman loves alarm detector
Oh, really?
in the ninth grade.
Where's Jay Bergman? Why isn't he down here?
He was in the paddock. He was in the paddock. Is this on?
Yes,
He was in the paddock and it got too much. He had to leave and he went upstairs.
The
It was
paddock
too
was
hot.
too
It
much.
was just too terrible.
It's terrible out here. I'm amazed that I don't have sweat stains.
Did you do anything? Did you have? What did you? How do you guys been doing?
We don't want
Oh
buffering.
man, that
But
was disappointing. Wasn't it?
Him and him were the two horses I mentioned on air. And I didn't think to put them below Stay Hungry. I was too busy betting a superfecta with Courtly Choice on top because I chalked out. I cucked myself. I didn't even bet the Ice Duchess either.
Really?
Yeah.
Pretty good 5-1.
4-1. You got 5-1? That's even better.
I got 5-1.
Wow. Getting 5-1 worse than went on 4-1. That's incredible. What about this race?
I
This
don't-
race-
I don't know. I'm having problems with this Hambletonian in terms of betting.
Okay.
What do we have odds-wise now?
6-5 on Wolfgang, 8-5 on Atlanta, 4-1 on Crystal Fashion. Lawmaker is 12-1. Everyone else is up in the air.
Wow.
I think Zephyr Kronos is one that should make the final. That horse is always flying late. He's getting more mature with every start. The 9, Zephyr Kronos. He's been racing exclusively here because he's kind of a hot type of horse.
I actually did.
Oh, it's attacking.
I actually did bet him in one of the future pools. I put a couple bucks on him in the future pool, and I got 19-1, I think.
I got 22-1 on Evaluate. Right now he's 40-1, so I got kind of screwed over there.
Yeah, so did I.
Not only
But-
that, he's probably going to lose. But what?
Wow.
Do you have any idea about this race, or would you be looking more to play the final?
Well, you know, you get the what's great about a limbs, whether they heats or not, is that's where you get the prices. By the time the final comes up, they may have it nailed by then. So I don't know, but
They, of course, know everything.
the public is the they.
Is the day.
The they. I'll tell you, Mets Hall, that's a heck of a price from Mets Hall. And
Be right back.
the Crusher,
The Crusher.
he's been crushing the last 2 days. All right, well, we'll see. Where you going? Did you get the
Ray's
Crusher?
just leaving. He's just leaving. He don't
He's
care.
going to bet. He's going to get on lines. Look at these lines.
Well,
Oh, boy.
where does he go?
He went up. Where did he go? Upstairs?
Yeah, he ran up the stairs. I don't know what he's doing. But my top pick here, Crystal Fashion 6, currently 4-1. I think
4-1, you think is good? You like it at 4-1?
I don't mind 4-1 actually. He plays and coming off 3 straight wins, most recent being the Reynolds. Came off cover. That was a very good confidence booster, I think.
What do you think Atlanta's going to do? Just go for it? Just go right
You know,
out?
she's going to have to work hard. I can see her getting to the final. The final, I don't know that she can win the final.
Well, let's talk about this race here. Now, what do you mean? Do you think she can just go out and steal this thing, or are they going to challenge her? Or what?
They're going to challenge her. There's no way she makes an easy lead here, especially with Wolfgang. Wolfgang should be firing. Lawmaker is a versatile type, so he can come from off the pace, but Mets Hall is the question mark here.
Yeah.
I think he can go, and he can go very hard off the wings.
He's in such good shape now. And the Millers have all their horses in such good shape.
And
Last night, they were just killing last night. They were so good.
my top 4 here, 6, 3, 7, 5. And the 3 currently 33-1. Huge value on this horse.
Yeah.
There's no way this horse should be that high. He deserves to take some play here, and he's been racing very, very well recently with his form.
And 6-3 would be a mighty combo right now if you can eliminate Wolfgang.
What kind of
Atlanta.
I wonder what these exactas are paying here.
Feel that breeze. Bring it to me.
But we've got some of our Hambo bet winners that have plays in this race here. which include Atlanta. We have a bet on Atlanta in this race. We have a bet that Wolfgang's going to make the final. And
Where are these bets? Who has where?
Contest winners.
Oh, the contest winner. Okay.
So if Wolfgang makes the final, we got somebody that's going to bet him in the final. And then the next elimination, we've got bet on six pack and fourth dimension.
You know, this is bothersome. How they. There's a lot of speed here.
Yeah.
If they do some shuffling, somebody could get an opportunity to squeeze in there. And boy, Tactor's on the horse.
There's a good chance here that things get wild early on. And if they do, if things get rough early, I think Crystal Fashion gets the setup. And the way I saw this race unfolding is that is a very likely scenario where they go fast early on, and he benefits from sitting off the pace and coming off cover turn.
Now you're really saying that after I ran all the way up to the roof to go bet Metz Hall? You're really saying that now?
No, he's my second. He's my
What?
he's
No,
my
I'm
second
not.
choice.
I'm just bringing up Zephyr Kronos.
As I did.
Here comes your other partner. So I'm gonna squeeze out of here and crawl upstairs. I might be back.
Okay.
Frank Catolo, everybody.
I keep I'm tweeting out. I'm sending a lot of people over here.
Fantastic.
That man should be in the Hall of Fame.
So many people beat him into the Hall of Fame.
Use the hashtag put Frank Catolo in the Hall of Fame this year.
That's too
Please,
long.
everybody.
Just do hashtag Frank Hoff. Hey, Frank off, all right? It's a long run from down where we are to the rooftop, where I know is the one machine no one uses. Because everywhere else I would have gotten shut out with how long the lines are. The crowd is building coming into this first elimination of the Hambletonian, which is now about 60 seconds to post time. And good luck navigating around there. You are walking over people. Like, if you ever wonder what it's like to be in New York City, just be in the grandstand for like 5 minutes and bump into everyone, knock over their drinks, make them feel real bad and hate you.
Right.
And then carry on that baggage for about 20 years.
If anybody's here at the Meadowlands and has sunscreen, I'll gladly take some. But till then, we're going to the gate for the first elimination of the 93rd Hambletonian.
And if anyone wants my number, please stop by.
I heard silence.
That's one of the giveaway prizes, actually.
Right.
Oh, I thought he was talking to us.
We do have another giveaway after this race.
Hey, Rod, be a darling and cover up the sun for me. This is the first elimination for the Hambletonian. Field of 9. It's the first heat, first elimination for the 93rd Hambletonian. They're in motion, in line, in behind, and approaching the start. They're off and trotting. Shoshi Deo gap the gate as Metz Hall shows speed to the inside alongside Lawmaker, with from the far outside leaving out Atlanta into that first turn. Wolfgang in between them. They're then to the inside back to, who is that, Johnny Tactor? I guess he's on evaluate. They're then followed by Crystal Fashion as they go on to the opening quarter. Atlanta, the Philly, takes the lead here from Lawmaker, sitting the pocket. Third away, Metz Hall, 26 seconds the first panel. Wolfgang, the favorite, is back in fourth as they move on to the half-mile station. They're then followed by fifth then, Hat Trick Habit with Evaluate, along with Crystal Fashion as they go on to the half mile. Atlanta, so far with an open lead, 2.5 lengths here on Lawmaker tracking second. Metz Hall still third. Wolfgang yet to go from fourth as they trot onto the half. 53 and 2/5 seconds. Atlanta being unleashed to that far turn as Lawmakers chasing second. Wolfgang makes his move to the outside. with Metz Hall in front, about 4.5 lengths off the lead as they trot on to 3/4. So far, Atlanta, her lead is insurmountable. In front here by 3. Lawmaker continues to chase with Metz Hall to the inside. Wolfgang trying to overtake that one, and the 3/4 are up in 1:21 and 1. Atlanta leads the way. Lawmaker off stride to the inside. Metz Hall second. Center of the track comes Crystal Fashion up to be second, but Atlanta comes to the 8th pole. She needs every inch of ground. She leads by 3. Crystal Fashion reeling her into the outside. Atlanta leg weary. Crystal Fashion lunging. Atlanta in front with one final move from Crystal Fashion at the line. Crystal Fashion gets by Atlanta with Metz Hall third in 1:50 and 1/5.
Bang, bang, another winner.
Why do you go off Crystal Fashion?
I'm back.
Another winner. I gave y'all another winner.
Crystal Fashion is 6. Oh, thanks, man.
4-1. 4-1 on Crystal Fashion.
Wow.
That's another top pick winner on NAHUpicks.com.
Watch out for Metz Hall, though. He tracked. He wasn't used
I
hard.
had
6, 7, 3.
my top 3. What were my top 3 marked on here, Ray?
Was Shoshideo 4th?
What were my top 3?
You were
6,
3,
3, 7.
But
It
it's
came
6, 7,
I
3.
had 6-7 on NAHUpicks.com.
6, 7, 3. Did Shoshideo really get 4th?
Well,
Lawmaker unfortunately
broke.
Yeah.
Wolfgang was really had a hard time.
Lasix do a lot.
Apparently. I mean, that was...
I'm going to bet Metz Hall again in the final if he draws well.
Well,
Off a mile like that, those
I'm
guys...
very
have to
curious
tie.
what Atlanta will do in the final. I mean, you really think she can go 53? I mean, that was a crazy pace.
Now, here, conspiracy time. Do you think Zeron purposely wrapped her up?
Well, why would you? I don't think so.
She was far in front.
She was breathing fire.
He was firing the whole way.
Yeah. I mean, she was breathing fire there late. I mean, when they came past me...
Okay, no, it was a 2. Evaluate was 4th. My Hambo future bet still lives. See, when we get into New York, I get this energy where I just want to grab everyone by the shoulders and hug them, but at the same time, I want to punch them. I'm not going to punch you. Your face is already has enough damage as it is. 6, 7, 3, 2.
100,000 in the win pool in this race.
Who was 5th?
Over $500,000 bet.
I could not tell who was
Big,
5th.
big pools here.
We had a total stranger come by, said, "You're doing a great job. We can hear you." He clearly did not hear me miscall several horses through the afternoon.
Yeah, but we're picking a lot of winners here.
That was elimination number 1, and we need to draw another contest winner.
Okay.
And
Just worth noting, Ray Catolo giving out another horse over 30-1 that's hit the board. Just a note.
I gave
Long
out the
shots.
top 3 right there. Just
Rod, I'm not talking about
Just
this.
to
Is my
note.
time to shine for once.
top 3. Top 3. Just saying. Top 3, baby.
Who was 5th? Could you tell?
I could. Okay.
We're just waiting on official prices here for
And we have our
first
next guest.
elimination.
Coming on with
Our
us
next
after that.
guest is on standby. Make sure you keep sharing the videos because
We'll threaten you if you don't.
we're not doing that, but
We won't do that. I might. Oh, why don't I hear myself again? Stop it. The commercial played already. I don't know.
Mike, what's the next giveaway here?
I'll check for you.
Please let it be an air conditioner so I can win it.
After this race, it says Hambo Polo.
Oh, a Hambo Polo.
Hambo Polo.
I want that. Do I get to win?
No.
Come on.
No.
Why don't I get any of the good giveaways?
Maybe you should bet some of the winners you give out, and then you could do it.
Well, I'll show you something here in a second.
Mike had the exacta, the
Hambo
daily double,
Polo
the triple.
winner.
He had a cartwheel.
Terry Wilson,
Hey.
Oh, Terry Wilson, nice.
longtime fan of NAHU. Terry Wilson wins
Starting with that.
Nice.
finishing there.
New Hambo
nice.
Polo.
But
But we've got prices here for race number 8, which was the first elimination.
check this out. We got prices. Crystal Fashion $10, $423. 7 Atlanta $363, and the 3 Mets Hall $950. The $2 exact is $6.7, $34.40. You throw in that 40 to 1 for the trifecta, it's good for $274.40.
That was a good pick there on the 3.
Top 3 given out again, right there, by yours truly. Bang bang.
$1 triple box, $6. That would get you $130 there.
Yep. But our next guest has arrived.
Come on down, buddy.
He's not much for coming on camera, but he is super fan of harness racing. I'm talking about Al Nash. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
How's Hambo Day going so far?
Pretty good.
You enjoying the racing?
Yeah, I had the winner in the first race.
Oh, really?
So I had a 3-9, so that was good.
Make some money then.
Yeah, making some money. Yeah.
That's good. That's all you gotta do. It's the
Yeah.
best day in the year to try and make money.
Yeah.
Now, of course, a lot of people watching are familiar with you because I'm gonna be honest, Al. You are so nice and kind that it makes me feel bad in terms of just how I treat people. You're always out there congratulating people, whether they win 2 races on a day, 3 races on a day, they win a big race. What really inspired you to put that kindness out into the world?
Yeah, it's just something I created on my own, like about 3 years ago.
Oh, okay.
And why did you want to start doing that?
I just enjoy the sport, enjoy being around the horses, warming horses up and paddocking and working on getting my trainer's license.
Oh, okay.
You
so I
own
passed
a
my
piece of a
record.
couple, right?
Yeah, with my dad. Yeah. Audacious Warrior and Benita.
And they're racing Saratoga?
No, racing right now at Monticello.
Monticello.
Yeah.
You definitely got that casino money too, help those pockets.
Did race here. We had a few horses with Mike Russo
Yeah.
about a year or 2 ago, so that was good.
So, how long have you wanted to be a trainer then?
A few years now.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't like growing up that was a real thing you wanted to do.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Now, I wanted to ask you, you're on social media. It seems to me like you're awake like 24 hours a day. Because, you know, I go to bed, I get up for work, and I see your posts congratulating people throughout the day that have won races at various racetracks. And you have a ton of Facebook friends,
Yeah.
and I know you've got a ton of fans too.
Yeah, a ton.
So, you know, what comes with that is the expectation you're going to keep doing it.
Yeah.
So, do you plan to keep on doing that? And if you get your trainer's license, how's that going to affect doing what you do?
What I do right now doesn't really take me too long to do it, so.
Are you planning on training the horses you currently own, or are you planning on getting new ones?
Getting good ones.
Okay.
That you will own, or for some owners that you know?
Maybe for some owners I know.
Oh, okay. That's the goal.
Yeah. Or maybe work for another trainer and then have a couple on the side. Seems like a lot of people do that. So,
Definitely helps you build your
Reputation.
Pay your dues, yeah. So then the real question is, when Albert Nash, the trainer, wins 2 races, who congratulates him?
Everybody?
Everybody.
I don't know if you congratulate. I don't know if you congratulate yourself.
No. Now you do handicap.
Yeah.
So we got the second elimination coming up here. Field of 9. We want to know 2 things in this race. 1, who's your top pick? And 2, if you were betting this race, what would you play? A win bet, exacta, trifecta? What would you play, and how would you play it?
My dad's got the pick 3 going with the 3, 8, and the 9.
Ah,
So, I like the 6-pack.
6-pack
Yeah.
from the outside post.
Yeah,
It's a
from the
tough
6
post.
Yeah.
But here's the thing with Ak. Ak is the one guy I know that sends no matter what.
Yeah.
He will make a race out of anything.
And he's coming off a world record performance.
He's
in
1
his
to
last
9.
start.
6-pack is 1 to 9,
That's insane.
considering everyone else in this field.
But I can see him taking money. I can see him play. So how would you play this race if you were betting it? Would you just stick with the win bet, or would you go with an exacta or
I do
trifecta?
exactas. Sometimes I do triples.
It seems like my top choice here is 7, Tactical Landing. I like this horse a lot. He comes into the race off of 2 straight wins. Last time, he sat outside for basically 3/4 of a mile. As soon as they straightened up down the backside, he didn't have to pull, but he did. He's just learning to race, and we talked to one of his owners, Kevin Greenfield, earlier, and he said he's still green. He's learning the ropes, but he expects him to race well. He's got the speed, but he's immature. Watching races, as many races as you do you notice horses week to week that you see mature, like these 2- and 3-year-olds? Do you notice things like that?
Yeah, I noticed that.
I know it's a tough thing to kind of grasp at first. How long did it take you? Actually, let me ask you this. When did you start reading the program?
I was about 12, 13 years old.
Okay. So how long did it take you to kind of grasp what you were doing while looking at the program?
Probably a few years.
Yeah. It's not easy to learn.
Yeah.
So I think maybe if you were to have somebody approach you, say a novice that doesn't know how to read the program, what would you tell them if they asked you how to read it?
You gotta look at the lines in the last, last 10 lines on this program. See the improvement, see the last quarter, see the time.
Yeah, so basic information, and that's, I think we
the
all
drivers,
yeah.
driven drivers.
I think that's all.
Choices.
That's kind of how we all kind of look at it to start, and having oh, we've got some people that are watching right now that are saying hi to you.
Hi everybody.
I had to get that in.
Of course they're saying hi. Don't say hi to me, but you got more fans than me.
Right.
I'm not saying that in a bad way. You deserve it.
But I do think that there's a lot of people that don't know how to read the program, especially our fans. We kind of cater to people that don't know how to do this, handicap races and stuff like that.
Well, not only that, I myself, not knowing how to read a program, kind of represent those people as well.
Right. He's not very intelligent. So, we talked about this race here. So before we let you go out, we want to know, in the 10th race, who's your top pick there? That's another 3-year-old trot, kind of the ones that didn't enter into the Hambo. Tough race, I thought.
Who do I like?
Yeah.
That's your question. Hey, it's a butterfly. Hush, little butterfly, don't you cry.
It's a very tough race. My top pick, Taekwondo.
That's just because you have him in the future pool.
Well, no, he's got a shot here, and he's.
You want him to take more of your money?
Johnny's already got 2 winners.
Yeah, and Johnny's driving. Those that don't know, Johnny Tactor is one of the top drivers on Earth, and he shipped in just to drive on this day.
That's just because we haven't seen drivers from other Earths come in
Right.
to race against him. I think it's for like cost reasons. Just the logistics are too high.
Yeah.
7 minutes to post though. And for this next race, I don't really know who I like here yet. I got to read the board.
In race 10, we're talking race 10 here.
Yeah.
It's a tough race. It really is.
You should have read
You gotta try to find a little
NAHUpicks.com.
bit of value. Al,
He came home with 26-3, so that's pretty good.
you're on Taekwondo too?
Yeah.
Al and I are both on Taekwondo in race 10. Ray, who are you on?
You'll have to wait till race 10 to find that out.
You have no pick? Oh, man.
I read the board, man.
Mike, do you have a pick in race 10?
Yeah, I had the 6. I liked him.
He's also going Taekwondo.
Yeah, and then the 1. I think the 1 has an interesting chance in the race. Probably will be ignored. Steps up, but in this race,
Steps up is right,
I think that it's wide open.
But flipping back to race 9, race coming up here. I want to look at the current board if I can see it.
Oh, God.
1 to 9 on
1
that.
to 5 still on 6-pack, which is very, very short odds.
Yeah, I would not take that. You aren't worried that he could pull in Atlanta and just be short?
My horse here, Tactical Landing, Number 7, 11-1. That's who I like. That's who I like to win the race.
Does he like to place in the race? Does he like to show in the race?
He is going to be sitting on the outside past the quarter, and he's going to wait for cover, I think.
Must be great to know this. I didn't get this memo, so this is the first time hearing it.
No, this is knowing the horse and what he's like. He doesn't like to sit in a hole. So he's going to be a horse that kind of floats, sits there, and looks to follow some cover on the outside and get drug up into the race. If that happens, I think he wins. He's got the speed. He's got the endurance. The key is staying flat.
I don't think he's fast enough.
Oh, yes, he is.
I don't know.
Mike says he's not fast enough.
He's faster than any horse in this race.
He's not faster than 9.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
Okay, so we have 5 minutes to post.
This horse is
Rod, is he?
Onwards at 2, Rod.
Still, though, he's parking miles and going fast.
I feel like.
Well, here, let me ask Al this.
Okay.
Do you see, because your pick is 6-pack, do you see him fire into the lead like we kind of expect him to do with Ake?
Yeah.
I think Ake's kind of known in these big races to fire his horses right off the wings.
He did that last night with a horse that looked dead on the board and dead on the program. He went right to the front. I think the horse's name was Can't Afford It, making his second start of the season. Went right to the front, wired him like 16-1.
Yeah, paid
So
like $35.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On days like this, his prerogative is just get off the gate. And honestly, it makes for great racing. Unless he wins at 1-5, in which case
There's a lot of speed in the race. I mean, the 1 is an interesting closer, I think.
off Lasix.
Yeah, I know that, but still a closer.
The 1 and the 2 both off Lasix here. In my opinion, that makes them tosses.
So, one last question for you, Al, before we let you go. Are you enjoying Hambo Day, and how many times have you been here, and are you going to keep coming?
This is my 13th straight year coming.
13 years?
Yeah, 13 years.
Wow.
This is my 8th straight year. Wow.
Coming since 2006.
Wow. This is my first Hambo. I'm not doing it, I mean, I am doing it as a fan, but I'm doing it on the air. But it's awesome. I love the atmosphere.
Yeah.
That's the thing about coming to days like this, the atmosphere, all the people.
We could do less with less of the humidity. I give you that.
Yeah.
That part of the atmosphere I don't like.
Yeah.
So, everybody,
It's always humid on Hambo.
yeah, it is. Al Nash, thank you for coming on our show. We appreciate everything you do for the sport. A positive influence for everybody that is interested in harness racing. And make sure, if you are new to the sport, you get a hold of this guy, because he'll tell you what a great sport it is. Al Nash, thank you so much.
Thanks so much for having me.
We look to have you back next time.
All right.
Now, Al, what size shirt are you by chance?
I'm like XL.
You're an XL? Do we have that? Thank you. It's a gift to you. Thank you for all you do.
Thanks, man.
Nice to meet you guys.
Much appreciated.
Nice to meet you.
Sorry. Al Nash, ladies and gentlemen.
So we got 2 minutes till race 9.
They're
I
not
think
on the track yet, though.
8
so-
races, I think I've had 5, maybe 6 top pick winners so
That's
far.
it? 8 races. I picked 42 winners already.
I don't know where you're looking.
I don't know where you're looking, that you can't have more than 8. This guy, right? Your horse, Tactical Flemberg, is 7-1.
Taking money now.
Would you really want 7-1 against a 6-pack?
Yes, I love 7-1.
All right.
He's 6-1 now.
Let's go through some of the other horses. I think the 1 and 2 are tosses. Classic Cap. This
The
horse.
1 is not a toss.
I think he's a toss.
Well, I don't care. I think he has a chance to hit the board.
Remember Wolfgang?
Doesn't matter. You're arbitrarily saying that you know the 5 maybe responded that way. That's no guarantee this horse will. So
That was my
he
impression
raced well
of a
off
parakeet.
Lasix already this year. I mean, so and he didn't have it all last year, and he won 5 races.
Well, that 2-year-old season, way different from the 3-year-old season.
I agree, but what I'm saying is it's not the end all. It's not an automatic toss just because the horse isn't getting Lasix.
I do. Classic Hap, though, 21-1. This horse improved tremendously in his last couple of starts, was second in the Dancer behind Wolfgang, had a perfect trip. You got to think this one, if he gets towed into contention, he's live at a price.
I don't know. I mean, I agree with the improvement. I like the post. I just feel like he might be, class-wise, maybe, a little short compared to some of the others, but we'll see.
Well, look at this race, though. Southwind Chrome's been racing in non-winners to 2. Tactical Landing in non-winners to 2. You know you do, of course, the winner of the Houghton. If you like 13-1, you're getting great value on that horse, especially off of those 2 miles. He was second to Six Pack. He went the tougher, Six Pack's covered, in that race. But the start before that was second to Muscle Diamond, because Six Pack's leaving. Alarm Detector has to leave, right?
But this horse's best races, the 8, have been when he's been close. And I just don't know that he's going to be close from this post unless he follows a 9 out. So.
The 4, you mean?
No, the 8 we're talking.
I was mentioning Alarm Detector. I said that he has to leave.
Yeah, and I think that's my problem with the 8. I'd rather see him sit because there's so many horses that want the front.
Yes.
So.
That's also kind of the appeal of Classic Hap to me. What about Fourth Dimension? He's coming off that qualifier. You're getting 19-1, 21-1 on him, excuse me. He's had 2 races where he broke. Does that qualifier really give you confidence that he's Hambo ready?
I don't know. He was awesome last year, but this year he just can't seem to stay flat. So if you want, to get 20-1 on a horse, I just think that he should be higher. I mean, I'd want 100-1 basically.
Coming onto the track
we got
here.
The post break coming for the second elimination.
And we'll get a better idea of the horses competing as they step onto the racetrack. There's Fashion Woodchopper. We need someone to watch Mason over here.
Too bad,
I'm trying to get an eye on the horses parading. Right now I'm getting an eye on all the families walking up to the wire. Well, they'll be coming by us anyway. So Fashion Woodchopper's the one, Patent Leather the 2. Oh, there he is. He's on this feed too. Oh, what a cute kid. Classic Hap. Ooh, Classic Hap looks nice. I want to say this right now, since we're getting close to it. I think Fate Tosif wins the Oaks. Oh my God! Yeah! Oh, what are you doing?
We're always live.
Finally!
Oh yeah? You should come sit down.
Yeah, sit down.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, okay, well then stop by.
Come back and sit down. Hang with us.
One of the real nice people, Pedro Baez III.
Who follows us on Twitter?
From a family so great, they needed 3 of them.
Yeah.
He'll be coming back by.
I don't know why we're sitting here buffering. It's annoying.
What I was gonna say, there's so many people here probably hooked up to the Wi-Fi now. What I was gonna say, we're getting close to it. I think Fate Tosif wins the Oaks.
We still got this.
I know.
About the boys here.
I know.
We have plenty of time to talk about that.
Mike, I'm a young whippersnapper. I got an eye for the ladies, all right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It's not opposite day.
I want to see what the values are in the exactas here. I'm very curious. Let's talk about betting for once.
I just did. I think Fate Tosif's going to win the Oaks. But with this race...
I like Manchego in the Oaks. Shocking.
I know, you just got real creative there.
Yeah, well, yeah, you're picking the second choice. Let's not get too excited here. Don't act like you're giving
you
me
didn't watch the elimination the way I did.
Oh, yeah, I was sitting right next to you.
Exactly. I had a different angle.
Oh.
Okay, so we have 60 seconds. Wow, they're scoring and going quickly.
Yeah.
Wow.
I wonder why that
doesn't give us much time to talk about exacta prices. But
Well, they got to come back out on the track anyways. Well, 5 of them do.
Well, here's what I have to say.
9-8's 20.
I said Classic Hap is the long shot. I'm going to stick with that.
9-3 is 20, so that's very similar.
Classic Hap is
9-4 is
I'm
19.
still on the same horse. Tactical Landing, the 7.
That's the low exacta with the 9, 14.
And
Okay, we weren't waiting for it.
9-1 is 64. I'm okay with that.
If you can get it.
What's wrong with that? I mean,
Mike, did you get my bet in?
yes, sir, it is in. Would you like to see it?
No.
Would you like to see
I
the
believe
wager?
It's in, I like.
Wages here, I got your wages here.
20 to win, number 7 for Rod, I play.
The difference is you were doing Borat. I was just trying to sound like a Scandinavian insurance salesman.
Then I took
Six to
some of
one
the money
on my
he gave
top
me and
choice
I
here.
bought food.
16 to 1
Can I
on
give
mine.
out my 7th top pick winner? This one at 6 to 1.
Yeah, drum on that chair.
No.
We'll see.
I'm great with kids.
How was the 138 to 1 in the race?
I keep telling you why.
Yeah, the whole Lasix argument, I realize that.
Just wait until they cross the wire.
He's 40 to 1.
Come on
I
with the
mean,
buffering.
Oh, man.
That's getting annoying.
I
Actually.
know. Hey, you're not the one calling it.
Well,
I'm the one calling it.
hopefully we can get tactical landing here.
Classic have 15 to 1. I won't be getting my bet on him. I still stand by, unless I see something remarkable in this elimination. Metz Hall, I think, is my horse in the Hambo.
Crystal Fashion is going to win the final.
He's going to be a favorite.
Maybe not.
Rightfully so.
Maybe not. I mean, 6-pack will probably be the favorite. I think Atlanta will still take money off that first race.
I hope so.
I mean, I think he's 3rd choice, maybe 4th choice, depending on how this race goes. So,
Find out.
I mean,
If Ock does not go 49, I will personally find him, and I will say really mean words.
Yeah, you're not
They're
going
playing
to.
Indiana Jones again. Come on. 6-pack. He should.
No. If he does,
If-
tactical
okay.
landing is too.
If Plunge Blue Chip can go 49 and 4, 6-pack can go 46 and 3.
see, but the thing is the real money's in the next heat, so I don't
The
know.
kids don't like you. They're trying to throw stuff at you already.
Yeah.
The countdown clock went, and then the horses just went, you know what?
That was a really
I don't
quick
want to
score,
go
though.
yet. So is John Williams here? Is that why they're playing it over and over again?
Yes, that's what I'm thinking.
How do they fit an orchestra up there? They can barely fit 5 guys in
For people who don't
business
know what we're
casual.
talking about, they've been playing Indiana Jones every 5 minutes, all day.
I do know that I have a sunburn,
You do have a
and
son.
it's race 9.
Burn him.
Rod's very fair-skinned. He might
I'm
have sun
Irish.
poisoning
Actually,
after
no,
another
Irish.
7 races.
It would be
It happens.
unfair skin if he's burning this easily. Hey, help me out here. Help me out there. Come on.
Here we go. Race number 9, elimination number 2 for the Hambletonian.
Oh my God.
Here we go.
Okay. 2 to 5 on the 9, 6-pack, 6 to 1, then the 7 tactical landing, 7 to 1, the 4 alarm detector. First heat, second elimination of the 93rd Hambletonian. In motion, in behind, in line, and approaching the start. They're off in trotting, you know you do, leaves out 6-pack alongside, off stride alarm detector, as Fourth Dimension leaves out from the center with Classic Cap to the inside around that first turn. Fashion Wood Chopper gets away then, now to be third, with Patent Leather is stablemate in behind that opening quarter. Southwind Chrome on a gallop towards the back of the pack, with Tactical Landing ahead of Alarm Detector back on gate, trailing this field to the opening quarter. You know you do in behind, as Classic Cap takes control in 27 seconds to the backstretch. Classic Cap in front by 2 1/4, second then Fourth Dimension. You know you do parked out and pressing first over. Now up within 3 lengths of the lead. Classic Cap, a loose leader coming to the half-mile station. Fashion Wood Chopper then back fourth, ahead of Patent Leather fifth to the inside of Fourth Dimension, or rather not Fourth Dimension, 6-pack moving outside, half-mile bound, Classic Cap a length in front of You Know You Do, applying pressure through a 54 and 4 half-mile, 27 and 4 that second quarter, perfect trip for Fourth Dimension and third to the far turn. Inside then, Fashion Wood Chopper locked in as 6-pack is second over, then it's back to Patent Leather, shuffled back to the inside of Tactical Landing, and Alarm Detector onto 3/4, You Know You Do drops back, leaving Classic Cap Cap loose on the lead. Fourth Dimension tracks, he's off stride. Fourth Dimension on a break. So Classic Cap has a jump on him to the top of the stretch. 3/4, 123 and 3. He buffers into the lane. 4 lengths in front of Tactical Landing, moving up to take second. As they come for home, Classic Cap leads. Outside Tactical Landing, Fashion Woodchopper in contention with Patent Leather and Alarm Detector looking for room. Deep stretch, Classic Cap clicking. Tactical Landing is charging on the outside. Tactical Landing getting up to take the lead from Patent Leather up in second. Fashion Woodchopper third. As they come to the line, it's Tactical Landing in the second elimination from Patent Leather, then Fashion Woodchopper in 152 and 1.
Bang, bang, bang.
Worth noting,
Another one.
Six Pack and Classic Cap, I think they hooked wheels.
They did.
Oh, and Classic Cap's out.
Aki was trying to come up the inside and hooked his wheel and ended up having to...
The 1 and the 2 who were total tosses for Ray finished second and third.
So,
he didn't have enough room on the inside and ended up hooking a wheel.
I still think that's a testament to how Aka's one of the most aggressive drivers out there.
Oh, they don't care. Bang!
Wait,
another win.
Very nice, very nice.
7-2-1-4.
Very nice.
Did 3 get fifth?
7 top pick winners in 9 races from Junior Elms. Bang, bang. Keep up.
I think Classic Cap gets fifth off of that, right? Because Six Pack hooked his wheel.
I don't know. That's going to be a lengthy inquiry.
Which, okay, guys. You were right. Things set up for you. You got that benefit, but still, I'll give you credit.
He did hang a little. He probably should have been second.
I'll give you credit there. However,
Tactical Landing.
how about Classic Cap? Were you expecting that from an 18-1 shot?
No.
Exactly.
The 4 broke and then came back.
You know, Classic Cap, he's always had a shot. So
The drive on the 9 was completely ridiculous. I mean, what was he doing?
Do you think he's cooked? You park first over in a world record mile. How do you have horse left? We're through 9 races so far, and it's a miracle I haven't dropped dead.
Interesting. Very interesting race.
Well, 7-2-1-4-3.
you know,
I
if
think
I
is the
actually
top
had
5.
time to bet, I'd
Russ,
be
do
up
you know
a
who got
ton of
fifth in
money
the
right
first
now.
elimination?
Oh, you have time.
Do you know who got fifth in the first one?
51, I think.
Who got fifth?
I think Wolfgang got
Okay, Wolfgang didn't make the final? Okay. Because I know Zephyr broke.
They've got the draw coming up for the final.
Yep. That'll be up in the press box.
I gave out another winner there.
I really didn't like that one.
I didn't like 6-1.
I didn't mind the 1 though, or the 2 really.
First Sebastian's got to be early favorite, right?
Yeah.
And then Atlanta's second choice. Is that fair?
I'd be surprised if
I'm
Atlanta
against
wasn't
Atlanta in the
favorite.
final.
I didn't. You know what was funny? I didn't have.
Oh, is that money for me?
You know what
No,
really,
Russ Adams.
You know what really sucks? I didn't have no 7 in that first part at all. I didn't like the 7 at all. And then I get the worst.
I got knocked out like 2.
You think that's bad?
Oh.
70-1.
No. Race good too. And then had no 7 on this
So-
ticket either in the middle.
Well, that's because you're playing pick
There-
threes.
there
That's
is-
your problem.
I'm trying to get the 7 out.
There is an inquiry.
Can't get 6 back.
There's an inquiry.
Well, inquire on the 4 because broke at the gate.
Well, and also, of course, do you think maybe Six Pack just was... Okay, so we know horses are generally heterosexual, correct? Do you think maybe Six Pack was just a little bit... He was really digging into Classic Cap, you think? You wonder? Really attached to him, I think. Or is it just me? Just me? It can't just be me. Russ, it's not just me. Russ Adams is with us, ladies and gentlemen. He's off screen right now. It's not just me, Russ. Oh, thank you. I hate being isolated like that. As much as...
You gotta just click it over.
Okay, bye, Rod.
Actually, we have one more giveaway here coming
Yes,
up,
please do that.
which
All
is,
this voice
Mike,
time.
let us know.
Yes, I'll let you know.
I'll be taking
Giveaway
my break
coming up.
after Rod.
Race 9, Hambo travel bag and hat.
Hambo travel bag and hat. So,
Wow.
nice prize here.
Does that mean he breaks in the vinyl? That horse can't stay flat. I don't
Winner,
get it.
Debbie Weathersby.
Hey.
Hambo travel bag and hat.
That's a nice bag too.
It's great.
Very
bag.
nice bag. So, I'll be back in a little bit.
Yeah, get lost.
Ray's got you.
Get lost. Shoot.
And our special guest, co-host for the next few minutes, Russ Adams, will be joining us right now.
Yeah, get out of here. Shoot.
They're still looking at this here.
Yeah, we are going to be going home until 6. All right. So.
Well, if you're the 3 and you have a 5-length lead in the stretch, like, how do you not finish it off?
You're tired.
I don't know. I feel like the track has changed quite a bit, and it's better to be a little bit off of it.
I think it's not as front heavy as it was.
Definitely
earlier.
not. I mean, Stay Hungry won from way off the pace. Crystal Fashion won from way off the pace. This horse won from way off the pace.
But the other thing too, Atlanta goes to that 53-4.
But she still had a clear lead in the stretch. I mean, if the front end was holding, there's no way they catch her. I don't care how fast she went. She was by herself most of the way.
If you go too fast early, you're not gonna have enough for the stretch, though. I think that was a perfectly reasonable finish.
I just feel like that it's, you can win from anywhere right now. You
and
really
Classic
can.
Cup was never one I thought could wire that.
Yeah. But, you get a 3-length lead with a 16th to go, and you probably should finish it off. Just saying.
And this, Mike, is where we disagree.
Yes, I know. Well, you disagree with most things I say, but
it's only because you say that.
Typically, I'm proven right about 75% of the time.
Well, to be fair, had people not listened to you in the Kane pace and listened to me, that was a sizable triple. Had they listened to you, sizable triple.
Well,
Fashion would
I think we've been around a lot of these horses all day.
Or third, rather. All right. Okay, welcome. This is your audition. You brought your headshot with you?
Oh, God.
Okay. All right, so right here we have Russ Adams auditioning for the role of Rod Adams Jr.
Difficult role, too, to replicate, considering that Rod is picking a lot of winners.
I don't know. I think so long as he ditches most of the aspects that are Rod, he should be okay. So.
Yes. How are you guys doing today?
We're doing all right. How are you faring?
Not too good.
Oh, wow. I'm only down like $11, which isn't bad.
I'm down by like $50.
I'm up a few dollars.
That's not too bad.
You, though, we've met before, haven't we?
Yes.
Yeah.
Once or twice somewhere.
Now, here's a question for you.
Sure.
Of course, people know me for being kind of an egotist to an extent, but it's just the role I play, and you understand.
It's okay.
Why don't you follow me on Twitter?
I don't know. We never ended up doing it.
Does he follow the show, though?
You know what I'll do? I'll do it right now. How about that?
Oh, you just gained a follower.
You're just gonna unfollow in a couple hours.
No, I promise.
You'll see some of the great tweets I put out, not related to horse racing whatsoever.
Sometimes you just have to ignore them.
The
Let's
inquiry
see here.
continues. Yeah, just ignore genius. It's fine. It's fine.
Gosh. All right.
That's the thing with Einstein too. Oh, by the way, security's coming by.
This is
They weren't around here before, but since you're here, I think it's the beard.
Right.
this next pick 3 could be worth playing here.
There you
I think, for sure.
You can't see this. Do you know how bright it is out here?
I tried anyway.
It's a miracle I was able to call that race. I should hold my arms like this because the
you're
front of my arms are
doing
getting
this
burnt right now.
Right.
Yeah, the sun's getting worse and worse for us here. We need some of these clouds to help
But
us.
here's something that I will admit. It's getting hotter.
Yes.
But at the same time, it's more bearable because the breeze is coming in.
Thank goodness.
Oh God, yeah. And maybe I've just sweat enough. I swole enough. What's the past tense of sweat? Sweated?
Yeah.
Swatted?
Yeah, the first one
I've been
sounds
swatted
good.
a couple of times.
First one
This
sounds
comes
good.
to being a big personality.
Yes.
But Mike, you said this pick 3 might be worth playing.
This next 10, 11, 12, I think is very much worth playing.
That's the Danny Darko, followed by the Sam McKee Memorial, rest his soul,
Followed by the Oaks.
and the Oaks.
Yeah.
I don't know if you had a chance to meet Sam in your life.
I have once.
Once?
Yep. Unfortunately, it was like 3 months before. Oh man.
But you got your chance.
Yeah, I did get my chance. Nice man. Great announcer.
Everyone that's even like remotely a part of this broadcast, it seems. I don't know what you do, but you're a loose personality.
Yeah.
Like E-list, but don't take. I could say F-list, but I respect you too much.
Yes. Yes.
But
Always watch it from up top. I know he is.
well, about that.
In spirit anyway.
It's official now.
Here's the question I have.
Absolutely.
If you died and went to heaven, which you know what heaven is, it's everything that is good about Earth multiplied. Why would you want to watch what's happening on Earth? It's all happening up there.
Good point.
Yeah.
There's a race going on out there.
I think it's a little selfish of me to think that he'd be down here watching me. Because,
Right.
God, there would be like
Right.
everything that's good about me, which makes sense on why I'm here, because everything that's good is up there. Everything else is down here.
Right.
I've always just had an issue with that. But
He's watching one down here and he's watching the other one up there.
that's true, he gave him 2 eyes.
Good point. Good point.
This next race is the Dennis Rodman, and there's 12 horses lining up. 12 horses lining up. What are the odds looking like right now?
Looks like the 7 is 2-1, and the 6 is 5-2. The 12 is 4-1. The 5 is 9-1. And
Wow,
the
Russ
rest
is
of them are
going all
double
out.
digits.
He's going all out. Game. Well, I'm burning my fingers on this mouse pad. Here's Russ, by the way, in case you didn't know. He's on every no-fly list, if you can't tell by how he looks.
Oh no.
He didn't realize he was going to get brutalized in the first 5 minutes he's been here.
Well, here's the thing.
It's understandable.
Yeah, if you didn't, then you know I don't like you.
That's true.
I only beat the people I like because
There you go.
I was talking to someone way smarter than me about this.
Me.
You tend to insult the people you admire because you want them to be on a level with you.
Right.
Which really, it just goes to show I have a very low opinion of myself.
Oh wow. Well,
This was the right show to bring out those issues.
yeah.
Where's Jimmy at? He can relate to me.
Well, to be honest with you guys, I've been on about an hour and a half sleep. I drove 4 hours up here today,
Why?
and
Why?
and I got my dad with me, so
Oh,
he's been fighting a little bit of heart issues this year. He had a heart attack earlier this year,
that's
and
not good.
he had triple bypass with a heart valve, and
He couldn't get a quadruple, couldn't go all the way.
I tried, but it wasn't
Sounds
working
like
out.
a new man, then.
But
He
he's
probably feels better than he has in a long time.
He's somewhere over there just floating around, but I'm happy that he's here. 6 months ago, I wasn't sure he was going to be here anymore, so, and he's my best friend, so.
Does he like to come to the races then?
He does. I think he tolerates it at least, but,
So you're the one that got him into it.
I guess you could say that. My grandpa got me into it, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
At a very young age, yep. Probably about 5 or 6 years old.
I don't want to get into the legality of that, so
Yeah,
let's
sure,
talk more about this race.
Sure.
Where I expected Help Is On the Way to be the favorite here, but is
Right.
Sirocco Rob the favorite?
Right
no,
now,
Taekwondo.
yes.
Wait, he is?
Yes, 2-1 right now, yep. And Taekwondo is 5-2. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
So far, by the way, I do want to mention the people that had their $50 Hambo win bets, unfortunately, did not cash. Fourth Dimension looks really good until he jumped.
Yeah.
I liked him as a 2-year-old.
I think we should call that the Melander Sky Zone.
Yeah.
Every one of his horses runs there.
Yes.
I know he would not like me saying that, but it's you gotta sometimes laugh about it.
Yeah.
Even though it's the biggest race of your career and it makes or breaks, no pun intended.
Yeah. You never know you're ever going to get back. You never know.
I just know
Never
that
know.
I'm always back here. So
Right.
This is my 8th Hambo. I don't know about you.
This is my 3rd.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I did one over there in 2012 with Market Share 1, and then here last year when Perfect Spirit won, I believe. Well, via DQ, of course.
With a little help.
Here we thought Ak would win one without an asterisk.
Yeah, now he's out.
Yeah, well,
He tried. It's just he peaked his horses at the wrong time by the looks of it.
he's a good trainer. Driving wise, we'll just keep it. We'll keep it. at
I
that.
disagree
He
with
goes
that.
for it. At least he goes for it.
That's my thing. I love Ak always goes.
Right.
That's my thing. He could lose, but
Right.
I know I gotta drive.
Right. He's going to be aggressive, but there's time to be aggressive and there's time not to be aggressive.
Oh, so you're Lao Tzu now?
But the race, that second race was a little
It's
little
Sun Tzu.
soft. I thought it was a little soft. That he didn't need to be in that spot. Unfortunately, he got himself in that position, and then there was chaos.
Sun Tzu wrote the article, didn't he?
Hmm?
Sun Tzu, not Lao Tzu. I was thinking of Sun Tzu's cousin,
Yeah.
who was not really that good, Lao Tzu. But
Right.
this next race, we're
Right.
gonna keep digressing from this race.
Yes,
Right.
with dialogue, and then we'll get back to this race and digress some more. Because I'm at that point where the caffeine's really starting to kick in.
That's good. I wish that mine was kicking in.
Well, maybe if you slept more. I got probably like 5-6 hours of sleep, which is okay.
Usually I don't sleep. That's the problem. I usually get 3 or 4 hours of sleep while I'm handicapping, or I'm watching like wrestling, or I'm watching, other stuff. But I work on.
That Sally.
Big wrestling fan.
That was a good movie.
That was a good, yeah.
It was a good movie. Yes.
See, people my age don't know what that movie is, so I gotta seek out people who, if I was standing next to, I should be arrested with.
Oh yeah.
This race, though.
Yeah. I will tell you guys this. This is the most wide open race of the day. By far,
And not the
hands down.
Hambletonian.
No, this is hands down the most wide open race of the day.
4 minutes to post then. I was looking at a lot of things. X-Arch impressed me last time. He raced better than I thought, but he was second to Patent Leather. He beat horses that weren't really that good.
No.
I marked Missile Hill, and Mike, I know you've listened to me enough on Missile Hill. That last race, though, he gained some ground, came up in 27 flat, draws inside. You think the track is turning.
I do.
You gotta think that maybe he stands a better chance.
You can talk me into anything in this race. I mean, they all look about the same. The two got Hopples last time, raced better, kicked home 27, gets McNair back. I don't mind that. He's going to set a trip, draws better. I could see him coming late, similar to the 1 and the 2 in the last race, like getting out late and maybe, picking a few off. I don't know if he can win it, but he's going to be live at the end.
Well, you don't agree with that?
No, I respect his opinion. I respect anybody's opinion.
Okay, so if you were to disrespect his opinion, how would you go about it? PG style.
PG, I'm going to try my best, God. But, he had the 7-hole last time, and he had Yannick, and Metz Hall looks like Metz Hall was the winner in there. And Fashion Wood, let's see what here. What was the name of that
Fashion
horse?
Wood Chipper.
Yes. That horse got third in the last elimination, so.
By a myriad.
Yeah. And by the way, before we continue, I think they're going to do the draw for the final.
Okay, let's get that up.
I didn't want to interrupt that.
No, that's a good call.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, we can keep kind of talking as we also go fast forward. So if you have a
Remember,
program,
we're still on radio.
yeah. If you fast forward in your racing program, if you have one, post 3 for Crystal Fashion.
Yeah.
Crystal Fashion, post 3. Post 2 for Tactical Landing.
That's a good spot for that horse.
Okay. 2 for Tactical Landing. 1.
Post 1. Classic Chap is 1.
Classic Chap, post 1. Ooh, post 8 for Metz Hall. Okay, that's not terrible.
Could be the 10-hole.
Fashion Wood Chopper with post 5.
That's not a bad post either.
Patent Leather post 10. Okay, you can toss that horse completely.
Pretty much. Maybe get in the super.
Post 6 for Hatcher Cap. That means Wolfgang didn't make the final. Post 7 for Atlanta. That's a rough spot.
Blasting again.
Alarm Detector post 4 again. Not bad for him. Then last of all, the 9. Evaluate the 9.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So to recap, Classic Chap with post 1, Tactical Landing post 2, post 3 for Crystal Fashion, post 4 for Alarm Detector, post 5 for Fashion Wood Chopper, Hat Trick Habit from the 6, Atlanta from the 7, Metz Hall from 8, then Evaluate 9 and Patent Leather post 10.
If you thought that was going to be the lineup, I would have said you're a liar. But
you just never know.
Atlanta was expected to be here. Crystal Fashion was expected to be here.
Okay, so on the Hambletonian Trail Twin Spires, which
Yes.
I write for my dad,
Right.
I assume you read.
And I respect it.
Okay.
It's well respected.
I wrote explicitly, Wolfgang goes off Lasix, and he certainly could be just as good, but what's the fun in thinking that? And right now,
Right. He's not even in
it
it.
pays off. Yeah.
Yes,
My
I think
topic
we've
is
beaten
also
this
out
horse
as well,
quite
so don't feel so bad.
We're at a racetrack. We're here to beat horses.
Right.
No.
Right,
Rescind that statement.
Right.
You hit the shaft. That's what you go for. You hit the shaft on the horse.
Sometimes you just got to hit the reset button and just start over. That's what you got to do.
With Ray, it's typically 3 times a show.
Right.
even in my darkest state, I am still the brightest. You know who said that?
I've heard one other person say.
It's Mussolini. So let's talk about this next one.
Okay.
Where Sirocco Rob is taking money.
It's
I
amazing.
don't understand that really.
I don't like him here. Russ, I don't like him here.
Well, remember that race at the Meadows? He kind of benefited too from.
I love Corey on Pacers. I'm not the biggest fan of him on Trotters.
I think Missile Hill at 30-1 is not a bad price. Cruising in Style's taking some money at 8-1.
You know
I wonder
what?
if that's just the stable money.
Maybe a little redemption for what happened a couple races back.
Do you think that's because Anthony was driving?
Hey, you know what? Anything can happen here.
Yeah.
Anything can happen here. And
I
it's a
think
nice horse.
It didn't help that he was behind Atlanta
No.
in those fast fractions. Because every
No.
Hurricane Beach, remember a couple of weeks ago,
Correct.
set those fast fractions, and everyone behind him just dropped anchor. They were done.
Right. And
Hey, we're crowd.
I want to be in the feed. I want to see if I can get in the feed.
You're not in the feed.
oh, God.
Jeez.
Oh, okay. Tried your best.
I always try. I'm out here trying to get NAHU those precious clicks.
I don't blame you.
Yeah. So I'll go to whatever extent I can, with
Right.
my pants on.
Oh boy. But yeah.
But you're looking at the board. You've
Right.
played. I'm not really too confident in you saying you lost $50, but you can always win that money back with one horse.
Hey,
This is a race where you could do it.
Very true.
Yeah.
Very, very true. And if you guys are looking for a long shot in this race,
Ooh, that's what I want.
I
I
would.
Missile Hill.
Let's try.
Let's try.
You
Go.
can go either Mississippi Storm or you can go Hill Street.
Ooh, Mississippi Storm. Hill Street. Hill Street.
Yep. Why not?
Explain.
Well, the speed up front's been pretty much holding up all day long,
Okay.
and Yannick and Jimmy Tatter have pretty much dominated this whole afternoon, just about.
All right.
And I figure you get some cheap fractions, and doesn't get too pressured up front. Maybe they can steal it. Maybe.
Just
But-
maybe.
And then also Brian Sears, he can also leap it. Unfortunately, he's got the 11 hole, so he's gonna have to follow probably Cruising in Style, or he can follow the Tom Duran horse. Why not? You know Tom Duran's gotta leave. This is the biggest race he's ever raced in.
The Hambletonian Oaks is going to be the biggest race
Yeah,
he's ever raced in.
the biggest race he's raced in so far in his career until a couple races later.
However, that horse I think is also worth considering
Yes.
because you
Agreed.
saw a Blonde Magic race and she got a perfect setup. She got into contention.
Right.
This horse is 70-1.
Right. Correct.
70-1.
Not bad value.
Not bad.
Not bad. And you go
That's
from
pretty light.
the 9 hole to the 3 hole, so that's a big positive for.
You ever wonder why there aren't food trucks for Chinese food? As I said,
I always wondered that. Yeah.
I got food poisoning just saying that.
Oh no. I can smell funnel cake with my name all over it.
I'm sorry. What on earth did you just say?
Funnel cake.
Oh, funnel cake.
I can smell funnel cake with my name
Oh,
on
I
it.
could go for funnel cake right now.
Put extra.
Oh,
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
I need funnel cake. I need it.
Yeah.
Russ,
Well-
I need it.
You need a
Wait,
real
where
guy.
are they selling it?
Big sign that says funnel cake right down there. It says Zeppos.
Oh, they really that sign should be a little bit bigger.
Zapoli's or whatever his name is.
Are they gonna come on the track?
Sometime this decade.
Oh, I'm getting burnt right now.
Yeah.
I need them to go on the track ASAP.
Well, my horse aren't coming in. My sports bets aren't coming in. What else could go wrong today?
What are you betting? Baseball?
I bet on the Nats today. Unfortunately,
Hey, come on down.
that might have been the road crime.
Receipt right for you. Unfortunately, let's see. How can I get this? Wait, nope, that's not what I want. I gotta navigate this because Rod left us. For good today, or? We don't know. I want to get you in the shot, but I don't remember which one it is. We got Pedro Baez with us. That's the overlay. Where's the camera? Wait, that's the logo.
I'm Russ. Nice to meet you.
Ross?
Yes.
Pedro.
Okay, that works too.
Oh, Twitter, Pedro.
Yeah, big time.
Nice to meet you.
You on the
Yeah. Yep. I'm the one that could be kind of controversial sometimes.
I was just moving the camera.
There you go. We got the cameraman and everything going there.
I got to recharge after that. Pedro Baez, welcome.
Yes.
The third,
Thank you,
by
guys.
the way.
Yes, the third, yes.
The name's so good, it had to keep on going.
And there's probably gonna be a fourth.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that
I just don't want to
disclose information?
Bad luck. Well, nothing official.
Oh, okay.
So you're always all over the
that.
place. You're always either here or over at Yonkers, or you like to go a bunch of different places all the time.
Meadowlands, Yonkers, Winners, OTB, which I was there last night.
Nice.
But mainly, my main operation is Yonkers and Meadowlands. Big time.
All right.
Okay. Every now and then, Freehold when they're open.
And you just recently got into horse ownership too, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
Last year.
Last year. What made you decide to go do that?
Last year, 2.5%. Just for that. Just
Let me
for
help
the
you out
heck
here. Sorry about that.
Just for the heck of it, last year 2.5. I figured let me just dabble with 2.5% with. I think I did VIP stable, and the horse was named Settlemore actually. Like I guess after Jason Settlemore from here, and made money, and ever since then just kept buying more and more.
How many do you have now? Like where are you at now with? How many you have now?
Probably like 50%.
15 or 50?
50. Probably own like 50%. We're 50%, and then like 20% is like a no bills deal where you don't have any monthly bills.
That's not bad at all.
Yeah.
And
But a lot of your horses are doing well from what I see. Like you're always posting about them.
VIP, they get really top horses when they are. So and then that's what happens. And then we have Winner's Circle where I'm with some of the horses. 2 of them are in Pittsburgh, so I can't make it out to Meadows.
Once in a great while, I see a VIP horse go to Rosecroft every once in a great while.
Yeah.
Every once in a great while.
Yeah, definitely.
So I can assume you've been in the sport long before then.
Probably only. I would say probably only maybe the last five years
Oh
or so.
my God! How'd you hear about it? How'd you hear about us?
Well, it was pretty bad actually. I had a bad habit, smoking habit.
Oh, okay.
And I was trying to quit smoking, and then to quit it, I started dabbling with casinos, and then I saw the horses, and then I was like, let me learn about the horses, and then once I learned about the horses, that was it, and then it was great.
That's how it happened, right?
Yeah, and then I just kept learning. I like it because you can just keep learning more about it, and it's all different from the owner's perspective, from the betting perspective. There's a lot going on.
Right.
So.
Well, if you have one vice, it's usually better to try and trade it for something less corrosive, I guess.
Yeah, well, I mean, you only live once. That's what I say. So.
Better rot your wallet than your lungs, I guess. But
yeah,
you have great teeth for a former smoker.
No, yeah, well, there was only a couple of years, so it wasn't a long time.
Now you bet much today?
Yeah, I've toned it down a little bit. Now I only do like $10 win show on.
Only $10. Talking to Mr. $2 bet over here. You're like, that's little $10 win shows.
You still like to play.
Yeah, you made more than I did.
And I do your guys. Yeah, every now and then I'll see what you guys have on the NAHU website. And
I hope you didn't listen to anything I had in the last half of the car last night. Jesus, that was awful.
Well, I take yours definitely for the Woodbine and the what's it called? That was a place in that you guys were Dan Patch. Running Aces.
Yeah.
Running Aces. Yeah. So.
Meadowlands not so much. Although, had you been listening to the show and you like Stay Hungry, I gave out the 2 horses underneath.
Nice.
To the triple. Didn't bet it. I was stuck behind a guy. I didn't even think to bet it. I'm just gonna take out my frustrations on everyone that comes here.
Well, I like your bets. It's interesting. Your bets are very precise.
Yeah.
It's like very low cost.
That's because he's broke.
Yeah. Then your bets, you and Rod's usually more like like $30, $40, but. So I usually like try to do both of yours. Like I try to get one of Rod's and want to raise in, and then I look
Just
for one
hope
of
you
Mike's.
guess right whoever's on that night or something. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah.
But my philosophy has always been, I don't mind losing a small amount if I can cash big. Because if I'm going to bet $50 just to end up getting the 4 favorites, it's okay to get your money back, but I mean, I just don't see it as worth betting then. Because you're risking that investment to potentially even still lose.
Yeah.
You got a better chance of losing than actually getting your money back.
Yeah.
Because it's so hard to hit 4 races more or less they won.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I'm much more of a vertical guy, and as you can tell by how much I've been winning so far, it's working out very well.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But they're also getting ready to go. You have a pick here in this race, Pedro?
Johnny Tactor on the 6th horse. I'm hoping
Okay, so you read the tote board. It's 5-2 right now.
5-2.
5-2
That's
right
not
now.
bad.
Oh, he
Yeah.
was not 5-2 when I.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards the Mississippi Storm or Hill Street right now.
Russ, if you could be a doll, take this program. This is your program, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Hold it up over.
The 11's
Where the sun
23 to
is.
1 currently.
I gotta call this race. I'm trying my best to see these horses. Let's try and get it like, there we go. Field of 12 for the Dennis Quaid Stakes. In motion, in line, in behind, approaching the start. Thank you, Ken.
Four's going for a
They're
hot
off
dog.
trotting X-Arch on a break outside Lindy's Big Bang showing speed. Taekwondo also leaving out there into that first turn. Taekwondo, Sirocco Rob out leaving 2 to the inside, leaving out X-Arch that opening quarter. X-Arch is going to lead the way. You see a lot of horses, they all start to look the same. As such, that's Cruising in Style on the lead, not X-Arch. Thank you, Clouds, for coming in. 27-4 the opening quarter of the backstretch. Outside moving Taekwondo second. Inside third, Missile Hill to the backside.
gotta give him credit.
Sirocco Rob fourth. Oh, good luck finding out who's 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, or 12th in this field. But as the Clouds move in to the half-mile pole, third up in that flow looks to be Will Can Go as Taekwondo moves up to match strides with Cruising in Style. Second over, Sirocco Rob on cover. Now to be third, Missile Hill, a perfect trip in the pocket off a 55 1/2, 27-2 that second quarter, moving around the far turn. It's a duel on the lead here, Cruising in Style, Taekwondo retreating a touch to the outside, a neck away around the turn. Missile Hill, a loose pocket sitter third. Sirocco Rob outside fourth on cover, then Help is on the way fifth. And on his back to the inside, Spartan towards the back of the field. Sears on Mississippi Storm circling wide, 122 and 3/5 Cruising in Style trying to continue on the lead. Taekwondo to the outside, deeper on the track, Sirocco Rob, and Help is on the way off cover with Missile Hill trying to sneak through. Coming into the 8th pole, Sirocco Rob, Help is on the way with Cruising in Style to the inside, swooping up to take control. Help is on the way, and he's going to win it by a length and a quarter in the end. From Taekwondo with Sirocco Rob, and to the inside, Cruising in Style, 151 and 4/5. That could only help so much.
6 was huge in there.
Calling this 6th race really well.
Did we get that 5 stars?
Sorry?
Did we get that 5 stars?
That was great. That was a great job.
Oh.
I thought the 2 was
A,
going to
little
get
a lot of enthusiasm at the end, too. That was
You did
great.
better than I did. That was
I don't know how you remember these horses like that, but that was good.
It's hard.
I thought Taekwondo was the 5 the whole time.
It's easier when you can see the colors. But the sun is. Oh, that guy's happy. What's his number? I want his picks from now on. Forget mine.
I didn't even make a bet in this race. I knew it was too wide open.
Help is on the way, went off 2 to 1. That makes sense. Hey, Rod, you want to hop in here?
I agree.
Yeah, Rod, jump in.
Yeah, I'm done.
All right, it's good seeing you. We'll keep in touch.
Oh, absolutely. Well, I talk to you guys all the time on Twitter, so.
Absolutely.
Hey, thanks for coming. Appreciate you following us. Coming on. Sure, we'll talk to you. It's nice meeting you.
Someone left their Bud Light.
Yeah,
That's right.
and it's not Bud Light, it's Bud.
It's apple cider. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Water and pee.
Oh man.
I can't get my foot through. I'm
putting-
very long-legged.
12-6-7.
12-6-7. Yep.
All right.
There we go.
Sorry about that. Whoa, we got.
So this is the next race is a big race here. One of the nicer races of the day, I think.
Okay. Of course, I go all in the pick 4 and miss the last part, and I have it all in with a 2 to 1. God, you gotta love it.
You had all there and that got 2 to 1.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What can you do?
I don't mind the play. I mean,
You deserve to be one of the favorites in the race.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard to envision that trip, especially the way it all shook out. But
Right.
what can you do?
I love what Dave Brower wrote. Why did so many favorites draw this dreaded post 12 today? I don't know. It's going to cost some of them.
Yeah.
He was correct about some of that.
Hannelore. Yeah.
I have the webcam for that reason.
Yep. Oh, man.
So we got race 11 coming up here. They're actually going to roll right into this race because they are on the air. So we've got
Right.
what does it say out there? 11 minutes or so?
5 minutes until whatever, but down there it's really.
Yep.
Yeah, 11 minutes.
Probably
11 minutes.
11 minutes. So we got 11 minutes to post here.
11 good quality minutes.
11 minutes till race 11, and we'll give you prices real quick. The 12, 660, 360, 260. The 6, 420, 280. The 7, 260. 12.6 exacta, 32.40, and 12.6.7 trifecta, 85.20. Pretty chalky there.
Yeah.
That exacta wasn't too bad for two.
No, that
No,
was
I
actually
agree.
decent.
That's a good exacta
Yeah.
there.
So, moving on, race 11.
Yes.
TVG final, Sam McKee Memorial, mile and an eighth on the pace.
I like this guy. Gets right to the point. I like it.
You got it.
He gets right to the point.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ray digresses quite a bit.
Yeah.
You
Field
know,
of 12 here.
I get that like when I'm drunk or something like that. You know?
Right.
No, but who knows? Nice guy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
He's a wild man.
definitely.
Oh, yeah.
He's like Mark Marrow, except he's not in the wrestling ring.
Yeah.
No.
So, field of 12 here. The favorite is likely to be McWicked
Correct.
from post 12. 2-1 morning line.
5-2 currently.
Casey Coleman, Brian Sears. Post 12. Tough spot. We just saw a post 12 winner. How many post 12 winners can we see in one
Well,
day?
track's
Yeah.
favoring closers currently, though, and this horse is probably the best closer in the country. You know, another trip, I would think, is going to happen. But these are fast horses, and, you know, he's going to have to fly to catch some of them. I like the 8 quite a bit in the race.
Me so fast, really.
Yeah,
You like him on the lead?
I do. I don't necessarily think he has to get the front in the race. He could end up in the pocket here. That graduate final was a huge race. He was against the racetrack that night. You know, then last time got picked off late flying 47-4. This horse now gets to string 2 races together. I think, you know, you're going to get a little bit of a price right now. 7-1. I think 7-1 is definite value.
Those of you wondering why I just turned my hat, it's because of the sun. Like, one side of my neck is absolutely burnt to a crisp, and I'm pasty as they come, so at least the wind's picking up a little bit now. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
that
blowing
should
my
prevent
program all
sunburn.
over.
I know I'm gonna be burnt when I get home.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Us pasty guys don't do well in the sun.
I want to lift my shirt up, otherwise you guys are all.
But for me in this race, I like Western Joe, the 6 horse. 5-1 morning line. Currently 72 on the board. Comes off a very nice win. He's been right there every single week. Last quarter 26-3 mile and 147-3. He got a good trip there. I'll give that.
Perfect trip.
But he also had to leave a quarter in 25-4. He had to make the lead in 25-4, and that's not easy to do. So if he comes back to that effort, I think that could win this race. And currently at 7-2, second choice. I seem to be hitting all my second choices today. But
if you were playing place parlay pools, you'd be in good shape.
oh yeah,
My problem with Weston Joe there are a couple things. One, anytime he steps up to this level, he seems to not be quite as good. He does love this racetrack, but he came off a perfect trip last time. He's not going to get that same setup, you know. And I just feel like he's destined for a minor share, if anything, because he can't win up front. And he's not going to be able to get that perfect setup again. I don't know. And you're getting too low a price here too. 7-2, way too low on this horse with everything else in the race.
well, I'm not saying the price is great. I think he's gonna kind of trickle upwards from where he's at right now. He took early money. But Russ, for you, what do you see here, especially just looking at the board?
Well, looking at the board right now, it looks like McWicked's a steal at 5-2. So that tells me right now that the betting public is not too confident on this horse winning. So let's see here. We got the 6 at 4-1, the 8 at 9-2. You know, the big value horse for me in here is Rock and Ron. Why? People are probably thinking, why this horse, Russ? Why? Lewis Wall, or whatever you guys want to call him. He's been on this horse 3 times. The first time he raced this horse was at Westford Fair in the Camwell Classic, and the horse was just unbelievable.
Yeah.
Nobody was beating that horse.
I agree.
Track record time. And then Cackley gets back on at the battle of, I think it's Lake Erie or whatever it's called.
Yep.
I don't watch a lot of Northfield. Raced well, just got beat by a bit of a legend, and you know how talented that horse is.
Yep.
And then McWicked, 3 straight starts. So you know how solid McWicked's been the last 6 or 7 weeks. And then Eden of Pleasure gets, Eden of Pleasure's, a hard knocking horse, and it doesn't always win all the time, but when he does, usually it's very impressive.
Yeah.
And
my thing with McWicked,
yeah,
he's due for one of those off weeks. I mean, he's been so sharp for so long. He's due for an off week.
And it could be here.
And yeah, if it is here, you're going to get paid because he's 5-2 currently, 5-2 favorite.
Right.
And they're coming on the track for the post parade. So if I
The
can find
thing
where
about
my
Rock and
house
Ron is he's
Yeah,
capable of huge efforts. He's capable of popping and really, crushing a field.
Right.
He draws perfect. He could end up on the front in this race or just, right off of it.
Yeah.
I think he's very capable at a price. I used in my pick 3s for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, Rock and Ron's going to definitely get to the front, and Lewis Waugh, he's really great doing that at Woodbine, and I've seen him do it at Rio, and I've seen him do it a million freaking times at Western Fair. You've seen it, and you've seen it. And
He's probably the best gate rider around. I think that
Yeah.
he's right there, with
yeah.
your Brennans and guys that can really blast away from there.
Yep.
Gingras, obviously, but Waugh's one of the best gate drivers in the country. I completely believe that.
Yeah.
Well, he's not from this country, so.
Well, I mean, here
No.
today is what I mean.
Us 3 have watched probably more Western Fair than anybody in this whole entire
Oh yeah.
grandstand combined, probably. But I wouldn't discount that track. They got very good racing there and good value, and
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Now, I don't know if you touched on it while I was gone, but your Facebook page,
Yes.
the Real Harness Handicapping Group,
Yes.
what'd you start that for, and what are you doing there?
Well, I started that group just about, oh my gosh, just about 3 years ago. And one of the reasons why I did, because there was a guy that I was following on the Woodbine Mohawk harness group, was so negative all the time. And I was just so tired of the negativity every freaking day about these horses are rats, these horses are blah, 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 these horses can't go forward, who wants to watch racing on Tuesday? I had enough of it. So I said, you know what? I'm going to make my own page. I'm going to let people talk about whatever track they want and try to be positive. Don't bash each other. Try not to be too negative. I know I can be a little negative sometimes, but I have my reasons why. I don't just say it just out of spite.
Right.
But I want everybody to, like you guys want to talk about, running aces and Mohawk or Western Fair. You guys are welcome to do that on my page, or you share your guys' information. You guys done that many times.
Yep.
And other people, I don't mind. I don't care if it's Northfield. I don't care if it's. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. We got breaking news in here.
Yes, we do. So we've got the program page for the Hambletonian final. In case you missed earlier, it is from the inside out. The 1, classic chap. The 2, tactical landing. The 3, crystal fashion. The 4, alarm detector, who broke and still made the final.
Yes.
The 5, fashion wood chopper. The 6, hat trick habit. The 7, Atlanta.
There'll probably be top 2 choice in there.
The 8, Mets Hall. The 9, evaluate. And the 10, patent leather.
I'm going to try to take a picture of this and tweet it out for everyone. I don't know if we can hold that.
Who would have thought Wolfgang, Lawmaker, and Six-Pack would have all been eliminated? Who would have thought that?
I'll be honest with you. I thought Wolfgang would make the final. I didn't like him to win at all.
Right. Well, you would have thought he'd at least get 5th at the very worst.
The other
Six-Pack was just poorly driven. That's what that was.
Absolutely terrible.
Yeah.
The other thing I think is, the fact that we had that crazy front end speed from Atlanta in the elimination.
Right. Horse went way too fast. What 26 and 1 and 53 and 2? Is that what it was for the first half? Yeah.
53 and 1.
26
Yeah. Yeah, that's not gonna.
And
trying to bottom out
well for the final. I mean,
right.
she looked pretty cooked on the end of it.
Yeah. You would have thought you were watching Pacers there for a second.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, hopefully Atlanta has a little bit left in the final. But after that first elimination, Crystal Fashion, I might have to put $20 or $30 to win on that horse. Maybe you go a $5 copy with maybe Mets Hall or something. And
he raced well in the elimination.
Tactical Landing is another sneaky horse that can sneak in there.
He's sneaky to me. I had him. He was my top choice.
Yeah. And you liked him, yes.
Yes.
You were touting him a little bit. I was reading up, so.
I've actually been on him for about a month now.
Yeah. $800,000 purchase.
Yeah. Well, they bought him for his breeding.
Yeah.
We actually had one of his owners, his co-owners, on the feed earlier talking about him a little bit, and
right.
He owns a breeding farm.
Oh, okay.
So that's why they bought him for breeding purposes,
right.
Because of his bloodline.
Right. Looks like we're about to go here for race number 11 here at the Meadowlands.
All right, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to see it, but I'm going to try.
You may put the thing up again?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, let's see if we can get this
I'm
done.
not even going to attempt to call a horse race. I can barely handicap today. What else can I do wrong? Can't pick baseball picks.
All right, here they come. Race 11.
Here we go, folks.
Field of 12.
I'm going Rock and Ron. How about you?
Western Joe.
Okay, here we go.
They're off. All bets off. Fires off the gate along with Filibuster Hanover from the outside. Western Joe, center pack, and Sicily. That's not Sicily, that's Rock and Ron.
Yeah.
Filibuster Hanover takes the lead early. Western Joe slots into the pocket there. First quarter, 26 and 1. Rock and Ron tucks in third. Fourth along the rail, all bets off. Fifth, I can't even see who that is.
Three's going first over. All bets off.
All bets off, pulls off the rail there, first over. Rock and Ron takes a little shuffle.
Yep. He's getting the all-American shuffle.
Coming first over, hard brush to the lead, Me So Fast. Check 6 following cover here.
3 and 8 playing a little hardball right now.
And they're rocking pretty good right now. 54 and 4 for the halves.
28 and 3.
All bets off on the lead. Me So Fast. Pressing on the outside. Right in the 2 hole. All bets off. Second over on the outside is Filibuster Hanover. Funkin' Waffles is now getting into the mix here. I'm telling you, I can't see.
It's 3-8-7-2 right now.
Who's 3 wide here? McWicked pulls 3 deep, turning for home.
Yeah, McWicked's
all bets off on the lead.
The 6 is on the inside. It's 6th right now.
Me So Fast, top of the stretch, has the lead still. McWicked charging on the far outside. Here comes Filibuster Hanover up the rail. Charging fast, Western Joe and Delta Winner. Western Joe going by these things. Who's the top pick? Western Joe for me again. Bang, bang. I don't even care who's second and third. I got it again. Bang, bang. 202.
Yeah, 202 flat. Yeah.
That's pretty close to a world record.
Pretty damn close.
Another one. Another top pick winner. Bang, bang, bang,
It was
bang.
really hard to see that.
You take 5 to 2 on that.
I'll have to watch the replay of that again.
Seriously. You need a gun for that. That's retarded.
McWicked was second, correct?
Yeah.
You said McWicked could lose this race.
5 to 2. Come on. Give me a break.
Yeah, you got 5 to 2. It's still a free gift.
6-12, 7-1, 4.
7-10.
Western Joe, McWicked, Filibuster Hanover, and Delta Winner.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. set up perfect. I mean, he got a perfect drive. What are you gonna do?
Another one. There's another winner.
Christopher Choate has done a great job with this horse.
With his own picks than anything.
Cause I'm killing S today.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everything.
Chris Choate's done a nice job with this horse this year.
Money.
Yep.
Coming off that really good race too,
Yep.
where he had 2 quarters sub 27.
How can you envision another perfect trip though? I don't know.
So he'll be nearly 400,000 this year.
What I want to know is why the 2 didn't tip whenever he had the chance to go. I mean, that kind of made it. He got stuck in a blind switch really bad there. I wouldn't mind betting that horse back off that.
Lewis Wall got shuffled there in that spot.
Wow.
Yeah, there was a lot of action early on in that race.
Yeah, when he was there in the pocket, he should have just tried to go for it. Makes no sense just sticking on the rail. Oh well.
The Oaks is
Lot of 2 is a nice price on Mr. Western Joe.
You think that's a good price on that horse?
I think so.
I don't know.
It's borderline for me, but yeah.
I think it's too short.
You know that
but he
horse
won. Doesn't matter. He won.
Right. He's going to take a little bit of money based off last week's performance. So what was the final time?
2:02.
Final time 2:02.
Yeah.
That's fast.
They went the mile in 1:48 and 2, and the mile in an 8th in 2:02.
Right.
Huge heat there.
Oh.
They were cooking.
Yeah.
I do want to pull up. I gotta find it.
Oh, you guys use those type of replays like we have at Rose Crawl. Okay, that's very cool.
So we do it live, baby.
What are you doing?
I like it like that.
So we've got another contest to draw.
Okay.
And
how many people are eligible for this, winning this prize?
Anybody that shared. Anybody that shared our broadcast.
Okay, so we have.
Oh, there's my crazy mug.
JB Racing Swag, it says.
Oh wait, we gotta wait for Jen to come on for that one, so we're gonna skip that. What's the next prize?
Pink NAHU shirt for ladies only after the Hambo Oaks.
Oh, ladies only prize. So.
Well, I guess I'm out of the running on that one, boys and girls.
So you can pick a number. 1, 2, 3. Can't see all of them on there. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Tom Drubrick, loving the shares.
Yeah, he actually won a prize earlier.
Yeah, it's good. Actually,
1 through 12.
You know what? My lucky number was 12, but I'm going to go with number 6, just because that horse was won last race, in honor of Western Joe. So 6 it is, folks. So who's the lucky winner?
Gretchen Smith Goodell.
Any relation to Eric Goodell?
No.
Okay.
She's actually in California. Congrats, Gretchen.
Congratulations. You've had better luck.
Pink NAHU shirt.
There you go. You've had better luck than I had today.
So, we've got race 12, 9 minutes to post. Remember, the Hambletonian final is race number 13. So, before that, this is the Hambletonian Oaks.
Right.
$500,000 on the line here. The fillies don't go 2 heats, they go 1 heat. Their eliminations were last week. So,
correct.
We're going to start here. Field of 10. $500,000 on the line. Your current favorite is the 5, Fatosive, at 4 to 5. And second choice is the 4, Manchego, who I think is going to end up being the favorite.
Maybe.
Very possible. I hope it does.
We'll start with you, Russ.
Okay.
Who do you like on top? Who do you like for second? What would you play in this race?
Okay, well, I like Fatosov on top here. I got to get one sooner or later on this card. And Meadows has been racing really well with this horse, not just this year, last year as well. And in the last 3 starts, what can you say? He's been awesome, and I expect another big effort from this horse tonight or this afternoon. I'm thinking this race is you know what I mean? But and the only other horse I think has any shot at all, the baby gets second, is Manchego, and I think those two are going to go right down the stretch the entire way. I think they're going to duel with each other the entire race. That's what I think.
I kind of agree with you, Mike. What do you like here?
I like Manchego best. I think that she's by far the best horse. She likes the racetrack. I thought she looked fantastic in the elimination. Right now, if you can get 2-1, you should run to the window. I'm curious to see what he does with the 1 in the race. I mean, that's the interesting part. I just, I feel like no matter what, that Feitosov's going to have to catch her, and I don't think she's going to be able to. That's my thing, and
Well, for me, I like Feitosov on top. I think she's bigger and stronger than she was last year. She can grind one out better this year, and the way she races, she's going to have to come from off the pace.
Yeah,
so,
and that's okay. I mean, that's all right, especially with the 1 in the race.
But the other thing, Manchego can go to the lead and make light work of the field if she gets real soft fractions.
I think she can do it either way. I mean, she can sit and kind of make her move, decide when she wants to go, and then they have to catch her. She's too good. I mean, she's 16 for 18 lifetime. In the one race she broke. The other race she lost against the boys. So, I mean, it's a tough race. I think it could be either one of those two would not surprise anyone. The 1, has a 49 and 4 mile. So she's capable also. And you're getting value there. You're probably going to end up getting 6 or 7 to 1 if you like her. So, it should be fun. I mean, it's a big race.
Yeah. I'm on the inside 5 here. I think any of those horses, other than maybe the 2, I don't like the 2, but even Seviorum has a shot here to win this race, and huge odds right now, 47 to 1.
I don't think she can win it. Do you think she can win it?
Yeah, she can win it.
If he drives like he did with Sprinter last night, then
the key is this race.
She's not getting that trip.
You know where she's going to be, coming from off the pace.
Yeah, way off of it.
So if she gets the fractions up front, if Feitosov decides to move early on, where she wants to try to quarter pole against Manchego, Manchego's not letting her go.
Right.
They're going to battle the whole way. If that happens, I could see Seviorum picking up the pieces late at a humongous price and possibly upsetting from 2 tired horses in front of her.
Could upset the apple cart, maybe. Could be very possible.
I think she can hit the ticket. I feel like she could easily be 3rd. Maybe get 2nd if things break perfect. But to win the race against these 3 is a pretty tough ask as far as I'm concerned.
It is, but, the value is there.
Sure, it's there. 50 to 1. I mean,
the value's there on this horse. And distraction. The value's there.
You're thinking the same thing I was.
The value's there.
156 and 2.
So I think at 50 to 1, that's too big of a price. You have to throw that horse on. Even if you don't like the horse to win, that's fine. Use the horse in exotics, because 50 to 1 is way, way, way too big of a price. And to be honest, any of the logical ones that everybody's playing here, Plunge Blue Chip from the rail, Manchego from the 4-hole, and Feitosov from the 5-hole, any of them have a shot. I mean, This is a good race.
Watch Ike Svanstedt win this race. Just because after that last race with 6-pack, he'll be like, I got to win for my people back in Sweden, and they will be okay. But you know what? And you know what? He's got redemption time. Like the one Jamaica guy used to see at the all track back in the day. He's like, redemption. Oh boy.
I don't know. I feel like Plunge Blue Chip bounced off the world record, and that's rightfully so. She could bounce back here very easily, and she's going to end up 5 or 6 to 1 in the race. You could do a lot worse.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
What happened to the?
Like I was telling Ray earlier, I was fighting an hour and a half of sleep, drove 4 hours up here, drive 4 more back tonight. I don't know how I'm going to do it.
You got to stay. Stay with us.
Yeah.
Hanging so far.
I'm hanging on my
We're gonna
nose.
make Mike go to the ATM. He's a doctor.
Oh, boy. Yeah, if I don't hit something soon, I might have to go to the ATM. I've done that many times.
Just listen.
That's one of my rules. Like, I don't like to go to the ATM either. If I'm at the casino or the track, I usually bring it off if I'm broke at that point, it's time for me to leave. Tomorrow's another day.
Yep.
You know.
Sometimes, like in wrestling, you gotta do this.
Yeah, exactly. Cop out and live to fight another day.
Put you in the.
It's one continuous game. You have to remember that. You know?
Right,
Just
like
'cause
Bob.
You didn't win today.
Right.
You know.
Like Bob Backlund with the chicken wing.
That's the thing about a day like today.
Somebody throw the towel in on Bob.
You're still gonna find value, and if you blew your wad of cash early, I don't know how you did, because if you were even listening to the show, you already had 8 winners out of 11.
We have been around all the winners and a lot of the horses underneath.
I've been checking it
especially
every couple minutes, but it's tough to with the data and everything. It just sucks your phone. Eventually, then your phone dies, and
we need to you need to win a few bucks so you can get the unlimited data.
Well, that too, and then my phone hopefully don't show off because I kill all my battery power.
Well, we have
I've been
a plug
watching.
here. If you need a plug, we have one for you.
I'm watching.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, right now I'm at.
No, I keep the feed on my phone. That way I can see comments as they come in, and try to reply to as many comments as I can while they're on the feed there.
Oh, that pick 3 was huge there. Starting with your 7 in that elimination, then the 12, and then the 6 come back 217 for a bird.
Wow.
That was giant.
2 top choices and a second choice.
Yeah, 217. I mean, the pick 3s have been good today. All the multis have been paying very well, I think.
I probably should have played that pick 3. But
2 to 1 right now on Manchego. That's extreme value as far as I'm concerned. This horse is usually 1 to 9. You don't see anything but a fraction next to this horse. And now you're getting 2 to 1?
she's probably going to take some more money.
Come
I think.
on.
I mean, the value's a little. Yeah, see, she's going down 9 to 5 now, 8 to 5. So she's starting to take the money. I thought she would be the favorite.
I don't know. She's not the favorite right now.
Oh man. Sorry about that. I just had to answer some text messages.
There's a double here too. Oaks and Hambo double you can play.
The first time I was ever at the Hambo, about in 2012, I played an Oaks Hambo double. I went all in the first leg. I think it was Maven, and I think I can't think of the other horse off the top of my head. They both broke in the at the 3/4 pole coming from home, and I believe Herschel Style won the race at like 55 to 1.
Yeah.
And then I used Uncle Peter and Marcus Sheriff, my only 2 horses I used in the double.
So that was a big double.
Yeah, $460. Yep.
That's a great bet.
Yep. And then I proceeded to play a triple with Golden Receiver on top with all, and I'm getting like $180 on that.
That horse was like 7 or 8 to 1 that day, Golden Retriever, yeah?
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, that was.
I couldn't get no prices. I was like 7 to 1 or something like that, over like 8 to 1, over like 3 to 1.
Michael Sutton just killed, yeah.
I know.
I remember that day.
Yeah. That was the first time I ever went to the Hambo, and then unfortunately, the next day wasn't one of my best days of my life, but personal family matter, but but it was a memorable day.
Is what it is.
Here anyway, yeah. I think I left here up like $600, $700, $800 ahead, and yeah, it was a great
Is that
time.
your biggest day at the track ever?
No. I've won a millennial tournament here a couple years ago for $2,500. Hit a couple signers for $2,500. What else? Won a couple mini tournaments at Rosecroft and stuff like that. Nothing crazy.
Those tournaments are nice because,
Yeah.
for the most part, you get a lot of guys in those tournaments that don't really know what they're doing. They're just
Right.
throwing their money in,
Right.
And you have a distinct advantage in there, especially if you're an everyday kind of guy,
Right.
that
Right.
knows how to play tournaments too. That's another thing.
Right.
It's-
I've been trying to qualify for the World Harness Handicap Championship. I've yet to qualify. Been close a couple times, so just
It's
can't-
tough because
yeah.
it's a one-night thing. You got to get lucky.
Yeah.
Well, you got to get lucky no matter what, but
I've had 4/3, 5/5. I can't get over the hump. I was up like $40 with like 3 races to go, and I got beat by Jason Bartlett in one race to get snapped. It's brutal. But that's the way it goes.
But at that point, guys are taking shots. You know, you're better off doing like some of those pick and play kind of things.
At that point, I was playing favorites, just trying to get the total up.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, playing Jack Parker Jr., that's going to do that to you sometimes.
So we've got about a minute and a half, 2 minutes maybe, for race number 12 here.
I don't know if Ray's still back or.
I saw Ray. He walked.
He went back to the track.
Pictures.
Oh, okay.
He wanted to get some pictures.
Gotcha.
We don't get a chance to do stuff like that while we're on.
Right.
Air.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'll have to bounce out after this race, but
he'll be back.
Cool.
So the current favorite at 6-5 is the 4 Manchego.
Right.
3-2 is the 5 Feitosa, which we kind of expected. And the 1 Plunge Blue Chip is 7-2. So no surprises there on any of them, I don't think.
I'm back. I went and made a bet in this race. I played a $1 trifecta, Feitosa over Manchego with Sevi Yorm or Lily Stride for third.
I like it.
$2, simple bet. It pays a lot. Sevi Yorm currently 65 or 55 to 1. Lily Stride 50 to 1, exactly.
Might as well go for it.
Yeah. I was upstairs in the press box talking with Derek Givner, Jay Bergman, a bunch of people. We're discussing the Hambo final, and the consensus up there is that Atlanta cannot lose.
Really?
Yes.
What?
They think that no one is going to challenge her, that she's just flat out faster than everyone, and she steals the race.
I completely disagree.
No way.
I feel like Henry in that race, and we'll talk more about it.
I think I need to go up there and get them all on camera.
Jay would come down here, but it's too hot for him. That was the quote.
Yeah.
But they don't. At least Jay was telling me he doesn't think that anyone goes and challenges. He doesn't think Tron leaves. He doesn't think Trevor leaves. He doesn't think anyone else leaves but Atlanta.
They didn't leave with her last time, and she fell down coming down the stretch. I mean, so and you're telling me with the big money on the line they're going to let her walk? I disagree with that. I just find it hard to believe.
Well, my heart's rooting for Trevor Henry to win, but handicapping perspective, I think Crystal Fashion's going to win the race.
I like Crystal Fashion. I'm still on Tactical Landing. I think the second heat, he's going to be a little more calm.
Right.
And,
I thought he raced great in there.
And
now things broke right for him though.
Right. All that crazy stuff that happened.
Yeah.
It was a 52 mile though.
Yeah.
That's Jay Bergman.
That was nearly 2 seconds off the previous one.
I think so, something around there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't care that it's a 52 mile.
All right. Well,
I think he's going to come into the race. It's not like he chased him, beating him down the lane. He did it easy.
Right.
True, I agree with that.
And he was 3 wide at the 5/8. So.
Oh, Rob, we need to switch spots, by the way.
I think price-wise, relative to some of the other horses, you're going to get what you want there. You're going to get 5 to 1 or better on that horse.
Right.
Post time.
I got
for the Hambo Oaks.
Yep. Well, I'm going to step over here. So, give you back your spot.
You can roll. You can roll, man.
All right. Well, guys, it was a pleasure.
Thank you.
Yep. It was nice meeting you guys.
I shake your hands, my hands are full.
Let's give it a little elbow. There you go.
That's what I've been doing.
Yep. There you go, guys.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5,
See you guys
4,
all the time.
3, 2, 1. It's post time.
Thanks so much.
Nice job.
Get him a shirt.
$500,000 Hambletonian Oaks. All lined up, in motion, in behind the gate, and approaching the start. Often trotting Live, Laugh, Love leaves out Manchego, 2 towards the inside. Feitosiv with her, as well as Hey Blondie moving into that first turn to the inside. Plunge Blue Chip fires out to protect position, and Plunge Blue Chip takes a narrow lead from Manchego to that opening quarter. Getting away third, Feitosiv ahead of What a Knockout fourth, with Sevi Yoram back fifth. Sixth away then Live, Laugh, Love ahead of Hey Blondie, Park out seventh, with Lily Stride towards the back of the pack, with Blonde Magic and Nixie Volo to that opening quarter in 27 2/5. To the backstretch now. In front is Manchego, 6-5, second choice. Leads Plunge Blue Chip by a length and a half. Back third is Feitosiv with What a Knockout fourth. Fifth then, as they go on to the half-mile station, comes Sevi Yoram. They're then followed by Hey Blondie ahead of Live, Laugh, Love. Then it's Lily Stride, Blonde Magic, and Nixie Volo. The half mile, Manchego left alone on the lead in 55-4, 28-2 that second quarter. Into the far turn, Manchego's not moving, but Fetosiv gets ready to make her move with Plunge Blue Chip 2. Svenstedt pulls on the second choice. Plunge Blue Chip outside of Manchego. The battle reignites to three quarters. Fetosiv on their back. With to the inside, what a knockout. Locked in Seviorum by Hey Blondie to the outside. And then on cover, Live, Laugh, Love with Lily Stride and Blonde Magic 123 and 2/5 Manchego the advantage into the stretch. Plunge Blue Chip chases to the outside. Fetosiv's three high, and it's down to these three coming into the eighth pole. Plunge Blue Chip in between, Manchego to the inside. Fetosiv with one final acceleration down the center of the track after Manchego. As they come to the line, it's Gingra and Tactor again in the Hambletonian Oaks. Manchego from Fetosiv with Plunge Blue Chip third, 150 flat.
Dude, that was one of your better calls.
Do you see stars? Oh, man. Get one of those guitar cases out for me.
Thank you.
Oh, you got one of the programs. Perfect.
Hey,
Oh, no, you're good.
Manchego.
She was just so much.
She's just
Well, she
so-
had the trip, too. She got the jump on him. Fetosiv, if she was not far back as she was, wins the race.
I sort of envisioned that, though. I don't know if she's ever going by her. I mean, it looked like that she was coming in the middle of the stretch, like maybe she had a shot, but then Manchego kicked again, and there was no way that anything was going by her.
6-5 there on Manchego. Fetosiv, even money. It's unfortunate. Fetosiv is such a nice horse, but she's disadvantaged by a horse like Manchego, who just has speed.
Well, yeah, I mean, she has to be caught.
Yeah.
So, but she's just, when you win 17 out of 19 lifetime, I'm sorry, but, you're a champion, that's just the way it is.
We got Rod of Arabia on the show with us. Can we?
Rod of Arabia.
There we are.
So Rod's not snapping any winners, but I had another one, so you're welcome.
Well,
No, not a huge price, but
like we were talking about.
what it is.
Well, like what was being said upstairs, Atlanta apparently does not lose this race.
Yes, she does.
Here's the program if you like.
Yes. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I want the guys upstairs that are watching to listen.
They're busy.
Atlanta's not winning.
Well, I mean, she has a puncher's chance for sure, but
The legitimacy I give to their case is that a lot of these horses do look like they don't have the speed to beat her out of the gate. Now, that doesn't say that none of them pull to the half, but if she gets to the half in 54, it's going to be tough to beat her.
But she's going to control the
of you-
race. But how much did the early race take out of her? That's what I want to know for starters.
Yeah.
You're looking at a second heat where she went and was crawling down the stretch for the first heat. So now we're going to go a second heat, try to blast them on the lead again.
Well,
I don't know. I would be more apt to play her completely out.
Yes, but I do want. Yeah, I want.
Oh,
we
yes.
need one more also.
Thank you.
Thank you.
very much. That's the thing with heat racing. They draw the race that day, and they have people walking around on the track to hand out the past performances so that you're able to bet the race.
So I want everybody on the feed to see, because I can see this with my sunglasses on in the sun. Watch my arm. Ready?
Yeah? Oh my, it moved! It moved! Oh my
you have a
Lord!
definitive line here. It's really bad.
Okay, so let's see here. Manchego won this year. Last year was Ariana G, right?
Yep.
The year before that, Wild Honey? No.
It's in your program, isn't it?
Oh, it is? I should know this. I've been coming to how many Hambletonians? Here we go.
That's
no, that's
Hamble's.
God damn it. Here we go. It's sideways for some reason. This is incredible.
All the time. Wild
5
Honey.
straight oaks for Tactor and Gingra.
That's insane.
It's a good thing he's getting out of the business, I guess. Someone else can finally win it.
Right.
Nancy. All right. We got prices. Manchego 440, 240, 210. Fetosiv 240, 210. Plunge Blue Chip 240. $2 exacta, 4, 5, $8.20. $2 trifecta, 4, 5, 1, 15.80.
I don't think that's a bad exacta there for those two horses. And you got 3 to 1.
I think we haven't seen the best of Phaetosive. Hey, come on over. Get over here, bud.
All right.
Actually, I have to go make the final.
There you go.
I have to go make the final $50 win bet for our Hambo.
Who's it on?
Bet winners.
All right.
The horse I like.
Uh-oh.
Tactical Landing.
Uh-oh.
He drew the 2.
I didn't realize you said you got $1,600 on.
No, I didn't. That's the thing. That was the problem. You can sit over here for now. I don't know how to adjust the feeds on here, so now you're live on the show. Luke Van Belkom, ladies and gentlemen.
Hi, how's everyone doing? Friend of the show, for sure.
And the producer over at Mohawk Park.
Woodbine Mohawk Park, so.
It's Mohawk in my heart, always.
All right.
But you're here. I assume you're done shooting for the stable.
For now.
Yeah. For now, yes. Have you seen Anthony at all? Talked to him?
I have seen him.
Did you get any kind of feedback on his performances today?
Not that I can divulge. I'll leave him to say all that stuff. Yeah.
Okay, because he was supposed to come by, but...
Well, he's been by a few times, just not when,
Yeah,
Is that a bad... Well, at least he got a check the last race, right?
Busy dad. You did?
I think so. 4th?
Oh, Cruising in Style.
Yeah.
You were pointing at the Oaks. Were he an Oaks horse?
No. Sorry. No, I was talking previously.
Yeah. No, so the problem was I bet Grand Teton to win. I loved that horse. And I also gave out Babes Dig Me on the air. However, and we can get kind of explicit at this point, my dumbass did not think to put Stay Hungry on top. Especially with the fact that I was betting on the race to collapse.
Oh, that was great for Stay Hungry. Finally, actually, got a good win.
You can hear the Canadian nationalism coming out right now. Can you sing us the anthem?
No, I'm not going to sing.
Canada. Okay.
No, that's a whole nother.
But you've been relaxing for now for a couple of races. You have an idea about the Oaks? Oh, you're on Atlanta, aren't you?
No.
Or not the Oaks, on the Hambo.
I was going to say the Hambo.
Yeah, in the Hambo.
The Oaks. I just got to...
I think Manchego's got a good chance.
Yeah, I don't know. Why, do you actually want my thoughts here? Of course. Right there's I didn't even mark down who drew.
I didn't come on here just to flirt with you.
Give him the page. It's right
there. Yeah, I have the page right here. It's also right here. Which one you want?
With the actual
with
draw?
the elimination.
Okay.
So you got Classic Cap to the inside. This is a recap. The 10 horses going to the Oaks. God, I am burnt like a sunburnt sickleman. Classic Cap's the 1. Tactical Landing is the 2. Crystal Fashion's the 3. Alarm Detector the 4.
Somehow Alarm Detector's the favorite. I'm not sure how that could be.
If
Alarm Detector can behave, I think he's got a good shot.
Fashion Woodchopper's the 5. Hat-Trick Habit the 6, which I didn't even think he would make the final. Atlanta's the 7. Mets Hall the 8. Evaluate the 9. And Patent Leather from post 10. Those are the 10 horses going postward in the Hambletonian in 14 minutes.
44 minutes. So they say.
No, it says 14.
You got to check the infield for the hang time.
Well, it's supposed to go off around a quarter after 5.
14 minutes. Oh, wait. They'll actually go because they got to go for TV time, right?
Yeah. Which you know a lot about.
Yeah, well, it's happened before.
Indubitably. So
what do we have coming up at Woodbine soon?
Right.
I mean, there's some good races coming.
Yeah, plug
there.
your employer. Look good for your
company. I've been off for the whole week, so I couldn't tell you. Another week off. Yeah, I had a excess of vacation days, so. Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm back in on Friday. For anyone that's. See, now I wondered why I wasn't on the feed last week, because you were missing. You're the only one that favors me up there. If we don't have the the bottom selection spot, we fill it in. I get to sneak in, yeah. That's awesome.
You ever wonder just like finding a random guy in the office and just put up expert picks and then just put up random numbers? You ever think about that?
No.
See, because Woodbine is all about dignity and respect and other words that are good. They would never do that. I would do that.
I don't think that's how it works, Ray.
I would do that. Although on the Meadowlands, on our Meadowlands analyses over our website,
yes,
I put up horses I think have a legitimate chance. I don't put up horses just for the fun of it. However, it's tempting. It's always tempting.
Well, it depends. If you got some money on the line, right? You're not gonna just if you're playing for fun, you're gonna just go ahead and pick every long shot that you got. Because I mean, if it bounces back, it's
that's
like,
right.
Oh, whatever, right?
That's typical, right? Yeah. I'm here to have fun. I'm not here to win. What's wrong with you? Well, I'm here to win.
Well, yeah, no. Yeah. If you start going into it thinking that you know it's going to be a positive return all the time,
it's not gonna. You're gonna have a bad time, Chef.
You see, this is what's great about my personality is I always go into things expecting the worst. So horse racing is perfect for me.
I wonder where that comes from.
It comes from a deeply ingrained insecurity deep within myself. So this next race, the 1, 2, and 3 apparently do not exist. Neither does the 6, 7, or 8.
I don't think
Let
they
me see if I
flipped
can bring the
toe
odds
board
up
over
here.
Oh, that'd take a lot of work. You need a lot of manpower to do that.
It's probably automated.
Alarm detector 2 to 1.
I thought like you actually flip it.
Atlanta 2 to 1.
No.
Is she the favorite?
Crystal Fashion 3 to 1.
Okay, Atlanta's the favorite.
Tactical Landing 9 to 2.
What's Metz Hall?
Metz Hall
How's
18.
post 7 here at the Big M though? I haven't been really watching.
Well, I think for her it's probably perfect because she's going to be blasting and she could maybe, shoot right down.
Wipe out half the field? Oh, okay.
No, I don't think so.
Wipe out half the field.
I think it depends on if alarm detector stays flat and, if he leaves, I think he's the horse that could hang her out there a little bit. The other ones have no interest in leaving. The 2, the 3, the 5, the 6 could go, but mostly Sitter's there. She's going. She's going to control the race.
The case I was trying to make with Jay Bergman, I do mean try, because Jay is a very opinionated man, but in a good way. Alarm detector, I think, is the horse that can mess up the race.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So long as he stays flat.
Right.
Because even though he broke behind the gate, you look at the Stanley Dancer, this horse wants to go.
Right.
And I think his best chance of getting a check is if he goes, because he didn't come on relatively strongly.
His best races at 2 were on the front also. If you remember, he controlled almost every race last year, and that's why the horse won 6 out of 7.
But then again, you also don't see a lot of 2-year-olds with real big late kicks either, so he's at an advantage having that early speed.
Yeah.
Now, Ray, Mike, and Rod, what's your thoughts on Crystal Fashion's performance there?
Oh, I loved it. I thought he was fantastic.
He was
No,
good in
it's
the
just
Atlantic.
something to note. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
The race fell into his lap. He's always been one that can capitalize off a perfect trip.
The horse has won 4 in a row and came and chased down a horse that was free by herself the entire race. I thought that
Perfect trip.
He raced perfect.
Yeah.
The horse was very, very good.
But if he goes first over, I'd be concerned.
I don't think he will.
He's in the spot
tactical
too.
enough that he can sit.
He's in the spot too. He's in the spot too.
What do you think Tactor does with it too, though? Doesn't he end up first up in the race?
No.
You don't think so?
No.
Well,
I don't think so at all. This
well
horse
then
is
how's he going to win?
sitting.
And where?
I don't think so.
5 in a row.
Here?
Are you teaching Luke OBS?
This one?
Oh, man. Which, by the way, after the Hambletonian, there's 3 more races.
Yes.
4 more races.
We'll be here.
I'm looking for
14, 15, 16,
There's
3 more races.
Pick
here.
4 starts here
There you
also. Remember that. Pick 4
There you
starts
go.
here.
Whoa. But we can't hear him that well.
I'm going to put some analysis on Twitter for the Hambo here from me.
You guys are in
Since
a
there's nothing on
crappy
NAHU
spot. You don't
picks.
even have like an awning or anything?
What made you say that? How could you tell? How could you tell?
You're just getting burned out here.
Who's the guy in Lawrence of Arabia? Who's the actor?
I don't know. Oh, wait. Charlton Heston?
No, that's close.
There.
Okay.
Are we still talking on radio?
Well, we were hoping that some echo of Yannick talking would get over on the live feed. As Tactor wins 5 Oaks in a row. That's unprecedented. 4 in a row is unprecedented. I think 3 was 2. Maybe not. I should know. I do the Oaks press kits.
Lawrence of Arabia is Peter O'Toole.
Peter O'Toole, thank you.
Sure, why not?
We have Rodney the Tool with us. Oh wait. Oh, God. Hey, can you cool down for a second? Bring the feet up here. I got something to say.
It's already on.
No,
I got
the webcam.
I got a.
Live. Here we go.
got?
I got one person watching. It's probably myself.
Well, you're not on Facebook.
Yeah, you're on Periscope.
Oh, okay. Sorry, let me go to Facebook then.
It's probably still one person.
It's all good.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I guess I'll have to wait for what I have to say. until after we watch this trophy. There you see the trophy and all of the beautiful people getting it. None of them are me. Do want to emphasize that. So not all of the beautiful people are there. 4516 in the Oaks.
But the tri-pay, 1580.
Yeah, you have a cold? You have a cold?
No. Why?
It's the 3 favorites.
I know.
You not play a cold.
Luke, are you betting?
I did.
Did you hit it?
I hit the try and I put an across the board on plunge blue chip, so I'm gonna get something back for the show.
Well, 1580. That's to be expected, I think. The exacta was actually decent. I don't mind that payoff.
So let's see. My future bets so far are terrible value. Although I did I got Mets Hall at 48 to 1. So I'll live off that.
That's right.
I don't know what's going on. What are we looking at? Well, we're looking at that.
Hey, you got 13 viewers.
Wow. That's great.
By the way, we want to thank all of our fans for watching today because we've had thousands and thousands of viewers throughout the day.
Thousands? It's good stuff.
We also want to emphasize or shout out the people who are not watching.
You're missing out.
You can't get to the people that aren't watching. It's not.
They'll get to it one way or another. I also just want to bring back the phrase "get bent."
This has been the wildest you've ever been, I think, with your
What?
with your cursing.
Cursing?
Yeah.
Well,
I'm not cursing.
Telling people to get bent.
Get bent isn't cursing.
You know.
for this race, we're going to leave the feed up because it is the Hambletonian final.
Yeah.
We're going to leave the feed up for everybody.
We'll still talk about it, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about it.
Well, we have 5 minutes to post. I imagine they'll be on the track here soon.
Yeah, because the post parade will take 20 minutes.
That's true.
I'm just listening to how Workington did this.
I'm surprised at the action alarm detector.
So you'll notice they'll come out. There's actually 12 minutes to post here. The race will go off at 5:15 Eastern, and they're going to come out with about 7 minutes to post.
Okay.
Not on there. They'll come out at 0 probably. They'll be out there for a little while, just because it's a second heat. They need to get the horses loose again, and it helps prevent tie-up. So that's why they bring them out, and they let them stay out there for a few extra minutes. So you'll notice that they're out there for a few extra minutes for the post parade.
We're looking at the race going off probably around 5:15.
Right at 5:15.
Perfect.
I'm going to go cash my tickets and see if we need to get anything in the winner's circle for the next one.
Ah, yeah.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
Thank you,
Luke
Luke.
Van Belkom.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks for everything.
No problem.
Hope to see you guys out in October.
The producer
See me after the races for the beer.
up at Mohawk.
I don't know. I got to ask the people who brought me here.
These people with the luxury to party. Well,
So pick 4 starts here. Do we want to talk about that just a hair or no?
I mean, that's up your alley. I would not be playing pick 4
Yes.
here.
Why would you?
Now,
I'm not I like 'em.
Mike, what are the doubles paying? Actually, they're putting them up right now.
Oh, there you go.
I'm live to the 2, 3, 4, $21, $13.20, and $52.40.
52 you got. That's not bad.
Oh, they're playing Indiana Jones to bring him out onto the track.
Late pick 4.
Of
Late
course.
pick 4 typically pays pretty well here. You always get a decent pool.
Everything comes full circle here. Which, by the way, this is
So they
closing
are
day.
getting ready to come on the track for the post parade for the Hambletonian final.
Races to go, including this. Excusez-moi. We got a post parade here going, which hopefully we can get the feedback.
We'll get it back.
Hey, Ray Remen, who you may know for training Shark Gesture. That was Larry Remen. Never mind.
That's Ray and Larry. They're partners. They're brothers.
Yeah, I would say they're brothers more than they are partners.
They're partners in business. They do a very good job.
They haven't had a horse in a while, have they?
A really good one?
Any.
Yeah, they still race.
Oh, okay. All right. Here we go. We have them parading. Wait. Almost.
Waiting on the feed here.
Yeah. Wait, did you minimize it?
We have no feed. What's the matter?
There you go. Okay. So we have the parade here. Classic Cap went by. Classic Chap, excuse me. Tactical Landing, the 2, stepping out of the track. He's currently on the board at 3-1 here. Jimmy Tactor driving. Of course, there's buffering. Tactical Landing, of course, won the second elimination in 52-1. The other elimination winner, Crystal Fashion, stepping onto the track. He's on the board at 2-1. The co-favorite with Atlanta. He edged Atlanta in the first elimination to win in 150-1, which before Six Pack and Plunge Blue Chip raced would have been equaling the world record set by Muscle Hill.
That's the internet that's down.
Ah. Alarm Detector is the 4. He broke at the gate. He re-rallied to finish 4th. Champion at 2, an O'Brien Award winner. He's on the board at 5-1. Trevor Henry driving for Benoit Bayerjan. Now Fashion Woodchopper steps onto the racetrack. Another star at 2. Dave Miller in the bike for Jim Campbell. Jim, of course, also trains Crystal Fashion, the 3-horse, who won the first elimination.
Reconnect. Are we good?
Yep, we're good. This Fashion Woodchopper goes by. Next up after Fashion Woodchopper, Hat Trick Habit. Formerly of the Lindy Stables and Domenico Cesare, now in the hands of Scotty Domenico, John McGill and Brian Carsey, and Brian Sears at the reins. Finished 5th in the elimination, on the board at 33-1. Now this is the horse that supposedly can destroy them all.
There we go.
Okay,
We're back on.
Okay, so check then the feed. Cool down with it, son. Cool off.
The sun is very, very bright.
I know, and I gotta call this race. I gotta call the 93rd Hambletonian for the first time, and I can barely see anything.
I'm posting a late pick 4 play on Twitter right now.
So if you follow Mike at NAHU Mikey P, that's 2 E's after Mike.
There you go. Here's the feed.
So Atlanta went by, Mets Hull also went by. Evaluate the 9 with Oriane Killstrom driving for Stall TZ, and Patent Leathers the 10 going by now. Yannick Gingras picks up the drive for Jim Campbell. Yannick Gingras, of course, picks up the drive because Wolfgang did not make the final.
If you're looking at late pick 4s, I'm going to go 3-7 in the first leg, this Hambo final.
The 2 favorites.
Well, I think that they're the 2 most likely winners. The next race I think is wide open. The 2 Broadway Donna has a chance from where she's drawn. The 5 Capri Salesman raced against the boys last time. This horse is due to pop, I think. Ice Attraction is a closer with a punchy chance, and Ariana G's the favorite. I hate to leave her out, but I kind of hope that she is not as good today.
Yes, Lady Liberty. That's another good race.
Yeah, the 15th, Sharton is obvious. I'm using that one, but I also like 2 LA Delight, who's sitting on a big race, made $1.4 million. The 4 Pure Country is my top pick. This horse loves this racetrack. You know, when she's good, she's really good, and she can do it either way, on the front or from the back. And then Windsong Glory's won a couple in a row for Burke. Racing well here, has some recency over some of the others. It could be a little bit of a price. And then the last race, I'm 3 deep there. The 1 entry Great Vintage Tactor. That horse is drawn perfectly for this race. Should control things on the front. The 3, more the better. This horse has won a couple in a row, and looms large, I think, with that 49 and 1 mile at Philly. That was a huge race. She'll be coming from off the pace. And then the 6, Don't Tell Me Again. Just pitched that last race. Really no chance there against McWicked, but did win the graduate final here in a huge 47-2. So I think that horse needs to be used. $48 play.
Rod has a ticket that he's so slyly trying to get bet.
Do you want me to punch this, Rod?
Yeah.
Okay. Rod's having me punch his ticket.
What are you using?
I'm using 2, 3, 4 here, and leg 1. Leg 2, I'm going to go 6 and 9, Ice Attraction, Ariana G. Leg 3, 1, 4, and 7, Sharton. Pure Country, apple bottom jeans, big long shot there. And
the
the final
scratch
leg.
in the last, Rod. You want anything else?
3, 4, 6. What's that?
4's out of the last. You want the 1?
Yeah, the 1. So, and the last leg is going to be 1, 3, and 6.
I'm trying to become one with the race.
That's a $54 ticket for. That was 54, right?
27.
27 for 50 cents.
You doubled it somehow.
You want it for $1?
No,
Yeah.
because it's going to pay anyway.
So Crystal Fashion now down to be the favorite at 9-5. Atlanta stays at 2-1.
If you like the 2, I'm surprised the 2's taking the money. I expected him to be a little higher than this 5-2.
I feel like a lot of people might be betting because of all the hype around him in terms of how fast he is.
Yeah. Well, Alarm Detector, though, is taking a lot of money in the race.
Yeah, that's another intriguing sign. But then they also might be seeing the fact that he recovered from the break and still finished and made the final.
Yeah.
That's probably appealing to a lot of bettors. 6-1 is way too low for me.
That is low.
I mean, I don't think it's low. I think he deserves to be bet here. He's in top form, other than that little miscue in the limb earlier today. But I mean, he's very good, and if he can get a trip, he can win and upset Tactical Landing in Crystal Fashion.
It is 5:12 p.m. We're 3 minutes away from post time for the 93rd edition of the Hambletonian. Atlanta's 5-2 now. We talked about the probable pace setup of this race, and you both agreed that there's no way she steals it, correct?
I don't think she can steal it. I mean, if she's that good, she could blitz them and win, but I don't think she steals the race.
What about you, Rob? What do you think?
She's not stealing the race here. There's too much money on the line. They're not going to go soft fractions here. I think that it's possible that she gets to the front, but she's not going to make it easily.
Oh, she's getting the front.
And as keyed up as she was in that limb, I don't think it serves her well for the final here.
I'm looking at horses underneath. I think Classic Chap, even though he was 5th, probably sits off the pace. If he does that, might finish well in this final at 65-1. Metz Hall 24-1. Can get a trip, but again is reliant on them really blasting on the front.
Well, isn't that your horse? Do you think 24-1 isn't enough value for you here?
I have no problem with 24.
We got 1 minute to post for the Hambletonian final. $1 million on the line. And right now, current favorite, the 3, Crystal Fashion at 9-5. And co-second choices now 2, Tactical Landing, and 7, Atlanta. Ray, this one's all you.
I would really appreciate if the clouds stay overhead so that way I can see the horses as they get ready to line up for the 93rd edition of the Hambletonian. As Rod said, 9-5 favorite, the 3, Crystal Fashion. Tactical Landing now taking a lot of money. He's the co-second choice at 2-1 with Atlanta. And Alarm Detector, the 4th choice at 6-1. There you see him on the feed. As there's one final tick in the odds, lining up behind the gate. Everyone lining up on the rail for the 93rd edition of the Hambletonian. It's post time. I said, stay away, son. I'm talking to my kid. Full field of 10 of the best 3-year-olds. All in line, in motion, in behind, and approaching the start.
And they're off fans running in the Hambletonian Atlanta. The filly leaves out of there with Metz Hall on the outside and Fashion Woodchopper.
Her off fan trotting Atlanta leaves out Metz Hall 2 to the inside of them. Fashion Woodchopper fires from the center. Classic Chap moves out to protect position with Tactical Landing alongside around that first turn. Out moving to Evaluate. Up for positioning as well. It's Atlanta taking the lead to the quarter. Fashion Woodchopper gets away second, ahead of Metz Hall third, with Tactical Landing fourth, Classic Chap fifth. Sixth away then, Evaluate ahead of Hat Trick Habit towards the back, Crystal Fashion 2, with patent leather as they move on down the backstretch. A 26-2 first quarter for Atlanta as she cruises on a 2-length lead ahead of Fashion Woodchopper to the half mile. Sitting third, then Metz Hall in front of Evaluate fourth with Classic Chap fifth. As they go on to the half-mile station, still the one to catch is Atlanta. Out and moving, Alarm Detector. As they go on to the half-mile station, Fashion Woodchopper still the pocket. A half is 55 and 2/5. As they move on to the far turn, Tactical Landing ranging up now as they move on to 3/4. Atlanta as they move on to the top of the stretch. Outside Tactical Landing as they come on down the line. Screw it, they're right in front of us. Atlanta is roaring down the track. Atlanta is going to win the Hambletonian. Atlanta, the filly does it. Here it is on our feed now. After 3/4 in 22 and 4, Atlanta, there's Crystal Fashion, there's Metz Hall as they're coming to the line. They're still coming. It's Atlanta. You know it's Atlanta. I already said it's Atlanta. My voice is gone because Atlanta won the Hambletonian in 150 and 4. Could the feed not buffer Jesus H. Joseph in Murgatroyd? Ah.
Maybe. It's close for second. Maybe 8 seconds.
You gotta love buffering there.
Maybe 8 seconds. Oh, you're good.
7, Atlanta, the winner of the Hambletonian.
Metz Hall second. How about that for a pick? That horse. When he went off 29-1. 150 and 4. The last filly to win the Hambletonian Continental victory in 1996. Atlanta. 22 years later.
But they let him get that second quarter, and that's all she needed.
Which is what that was the projection upstairs.
Well, they were all correct.
7, 8, 2, 3. Bergman, though, thought Metz Hall was a rat. Could have had the exacta.
I don't think that horse is a rat. The horse raced well both heats.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's clear that he was ready for the second heat. That first race was a tightener.
the 3 had a perfect trip and just couldn't finish it.
7, 8, 2, 3. I deserve a redo. I don't know, it wasn't as smooth as I wish it was. I could call the race much smoother, but then again, no other person in this business could do what I'm doing right now.
No.
I agree.
And that's including continually picking horses in the double digits, hitting the board but not winning.
Well, that's all right.
Metz Hall second at 29-1.
And we talked about a lot of these horses that have been underneath here. You know?
Tactical Landing third.
How they let her get away with that middle half, I don't know.
I think it's just the horsepower in this
He was
race.
very smart. He got separation at the top of the stretch. It was absolutely brilliant because they were coming, but he got that separation, and that's all it took. So, 55,000 in the late pick 4-4.
Top 4, unofficial.
This is Scott Zeron's second Hambletonian.
Yes.
Of course, he won his first with Mary Marauder, who won today in the Cashman. He won with Mary Marauder in 2016. Scott wins it here for his dad. As well as Rick Zeron co-owns with Crawford Farms, Holland Racing, Howard Taylor, and Brad Grant.
The filly beats the boys.
It really came down to horsepower.
Jay Hochstetler on Twitter. That was some of the most atrocious driving in a big race I've ever seen.
It was what?
What?
He said it was some of the most atrocious driving in a big race he's ever seen.
He's one to talk. He won his first race.
Yeah.
He knows how to win. I love Jay. Is he here?
I don't know.
He should be here. He's usually here. I think he's in the paddock, if he is.
Yes, lots of thoughts on Twitter currently.
The only guy I think that had the horse to really press, because Henry did not want to go. Henry looked like he was racing for a check.
Well, he was trying to keep the horse flat.
Yeah.
I mean,
Tactor was the only horse that could challenge, but the problem is he'd risk his chances.
well,
And so it's, do you want to sacrifice third?
that was a brilliant drive. Brilliant.
It helped that he had the best horse in the race. Although I have to say, Andy and Julie Miller are so uncanny training the second and third best trotters in this race. They just can't seem to get it, but they always are so close.
No, Metzhall raced well. I mean, you can't say anything bad about that horse.
No.
Big effort from way back. Just didn't get close enough. The cover in the race was
Do you
bad.
think if Metzhall was closer, he wins?
Yeah, he was charging late. I mean, he was
I don't
coming.
know. I don't think they were catching her. I mean, she got the jump, and she wasn't getting tired this time. She was finishing.
I think the ground game in that final 16th a bit deceiving too, because Zeron looked like he knew he won the race.
Yeah, I mean, he was home free. He was home free at the top of the stretch. They were never catching him.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. The cover was awful.
Oh,
Yeah.
It was bad.
Greg Blanchard, of the
Friend of the show.
the Raceway Western Fair District General Manager.
Prices are up.
Atlanta, 640. Get out of here, son! Be gone, my child!
That's a big exacta.
Oh, you're welcome, by the way. For that
Exact, 7-8, 140-20.
You are welcome for that.
7-8-2 trifecta, 5-15-40.
Across, and the tote dividend 640, 420, 360 on Atlanta. Metzhall 1940 to place, 760 to show. Tactical landing 340. We can get the volume up on this so we can get a clear sound of the interview happening in the winner's circle.
Yes, good idea.
Yes, we can.
They've had enough of us talking anyway.
We need some of that pathos. We need Rick Zeron crying. Because he promised, if he's not crying, I'll make him cry. That's the mob blood in me coming out.
I mean, talk about having a horse perfectly prepared off five cupcake races to win this race on this day. I mean, that's genius. Absolute genius.
50-4, not her fastest mile. That's not a lifetime mark. Lifetime mark horse 50-3 over at Vernon.
I'm curious what the plans would be going forward.
Retirement.
Why?
She did what she had to do.
There's a lot of more money to be made with this horse.
Yeah.
I mean, why would you retire?
Here, she not only that, she's not that big a filly. When she gets bigger, when she grows out and grows up, she certainly could be very good.
So, to recap, Atlanta stole it on the front end.
Stole it's right. Metzhall flew in late.
Still alive in the pick four. Well, some of us.
Enough with Indiana Jones. Jesus, come on. We lost the race, the money we lost. Hey! Oh no! Come back here, track performance.
All right.
Oh, that Atlanta! That's what it's saying.
Yeah.
John Williams wrote it specifically for that.
Right.
You're crazy.
Oh, you two would be nowhere without me.
I wonder, is everyone going to leave now?
Yes.
And we'll be left here by ourselves.
This place cleared it out in 5 minutes.
Yeah. The racing's done now. Only 3 more to go. We'll still be here, though.
There's still a lot of good racing coming up. 21
Absolutely.
minutes till the 14th. You think what we should do?
Might be a good time for a commercial or two, Rod.
No, 10-minute break, I think.
Yeah, we're gonna leave the feed up here, and we will be back with more from us. We'll have commentary from the racetrack.
What a day for the Zeron family. Rick and his wife Joyce, their son Scott Zeron, who's been a driving juggernaut. Dominated the WEG circuit, Woodbine Entertainment Group circuit, top track in Canada, in Ontario, before he came here to the Meadowlands and hooked up with trainer Tony Alanu. and raised so many great horses and had that opportunity to thrive, and he certainly did. And now that's 2 Hambletonians already at the age of 29 for Scott Ziron. Of course, he guided his father's trainee Shambhala to the U.S. Pacing Championship victory, 147-1 a few years back. Call Me Queen Bee, a Breeders' Crown champion, over 3,000 wins. He's in the $50 million club. And the beat goes on. Looks like Gabe Pruitt's all set for the trophy presentation. Trophy presentation will be made by John Campbell, the president CEO of the Hambletonian Society, Tom Charters, the ex-vice president, Jeff Gorell, chairman, CEO of Meadowlands Racing and Entertainment, Jason Settlemore, COO and general manager here. Also, Hall of Famer Ray Remen will present the trophy to the driver, and Blair Burgess to the winning trainer. let's give you the rundown. The complete order finish, race 13, Classic Chapel 7, Tactical Landing 3rd, Crystal Fashion 4th, Alarm Detector 6th, Fashion Woodchopper 10th, Patrick Habit 9th, Atlanta the winner, Metz Hall 2nd, Evaluate 5th, Patent Leather was 8th. 734 610 1258 150 and 4.
So I want to thank all of you for letting me come back here to see, what really happens backstage. It's an honor for me to be able to be in front of all of you, especially you and you and you. But I do have to say that there's money on the line out there, and you don't want to go out on the track and do something that seems a little bit iffy. Just get that extra check because it might come back to haunt you a bit later. So clean and fair competition is all right. Yes.
Can I pick up on and hold it until somebody passes me?
That to me does not sound clean and fair. That sounds, in fact, not clean and very unfair, and also kind of inconvenient. So, are you getting off the horse, or no? Okay, yes.
Is it all right if you're gonna loop the field and drag your whip in a manner and then flip off the judges or anything?
I mean,
that's not okay.
If the camera doesn't see it, but it doesn't seem like a good idea because the camera could always keep that. Yes.
Is it okay if I drink this during the race?
No. That can get you pulled over by the horsey police that are following you around the track there. That's a bad idea. That's very unfair. I'd check your liver if I were you. Okay, so, yes.
Is it okay to challenge somebody with a foot race after the race?
I don't see anything wrong with that. That seems pretty...
What if he's over 65? And he has tennis shoes and you have boots?
So he's old and he's not wearing shoes?
But he's from California.
No, he wears tennis shoes.
He's from California.
But if they're tennis shoes and he's from California, doesn't that mean he's fit and vegan?
Actually, he is.
Then he's definitely clean, and that to me seems unfair for whoever's going against him.
Yeah, because they have boots on.
I just want to see you guys out there racing those horses as fairly as you possibly can. All right. So do we have everyone clear on that? Clean and fair. No drinking and driving. No pylons. No middle fingers. Foot races are okay, but I'm focused more on the horse foot races. Okay, so that seems clean and fair to everybody. I feel like that's a no. Someone's hiding something.
Juan, what do you think?
Juan?
¿Cómo estás?
That's tú, Juan.
Oh, that's...
¿Es correcto si pateas el caballo cuando va en la carrera?
Sí.
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 Yeah.
That sounds clean and fair to me. Go out and do that. Everyone follow his lead, all right? That's what I want to see, okay?
Which is fair.
So we're gonna end this on a chant, all right? Clean and fair.
No.
Clean and fair.
Never.
I'm hooking somebody.
Dandy Farms is proud to announce the arrival of Sire World of Rock and Roll to Illinois. Regally bred World of Rock and Roll is by Rock and Roll Hanover out of Worldly Beauty, an earner of $1.9 million, and from the family that sired $3 million champion pacer Captain Treacherous. World of Rock and Roll, a winner on the Grand Circuit, has sired foals with a total of over $3.3 million in earnings, including 2-year-old filly pacer of the year in Ohio, Bad Girls Rule. Standing at Walker Standardbreds for $1,500, call Dandy Farms at 312-446-8310 or go to dandyfarm.com and book your mare today.
Join us September 3rd, 2018 at the annual Illini Classic Yearling Sale. Over 100 yearlings from top Illinois sires such as Doomside Perch, Sagebrush, Sportsmaster, Cassis, Pizzazzed, and many others will be sold. Recent sales graduates include 2018 Cardinal winner Holden Steady and 2017 Illinois 3-year-old Colt Pacer of the Year, Captain Red. Visit IlliniClassic.com for details. The Illini Classic Yearling Sale, where champions are found.
LeBlanc Designs has been in the harness racing business for over 20 years. Based in Truro, Nova Scotia, and beginning with clients from Truro Raceway, LeBlanc Designs now offers handcrafted and personalized helmet designs to some of harness racing's top drivers, including Tim Tetrick, Hall of Famer David Miller, Corey Callahan, and many more. LeBlanc Designs also offers airbrushing and vinyl designs for hockey masks, motorcycle helmets, and guitars. For more information, go to LeBlancDesigns.com or call it 902-899-7922.
We are back with more 3-Wide from the Hambletonian. As you can see, the winner of the Hambletonian, Atlanta, still in the winner's circle. They're celebrating, raising the trophy. Owners, trainer, driver Scott Zeron. His dad trains Rick. Quite a scene, actually. I mean, they've been going at it for quite a while.
Yeah.
And they should be wrapping it up because the post parade will be coming out pretty soon for race 14.
Usually this kind of goes for a while. I mean,
so we've got 3 more races here. Race 14 coming up. This is, let me get to it. I gotta flip my program. This is the TVG Free For All Mare Trot. $154,800 on the line here. And Ariana G, currently 4 to 5, deservingly so. I mean, she should be taking the money here. Only drawback, she draws outside again, post 9. There could be a little bit of trouble getting to the lead with Broadway Donna from far inside from the post 2, and another one that well, it usually comes from off the pace, but has a shot here, the 6 Ice Attraction, which is my 3rd choice.
Yeah, I think that all those horses have a interesting chance to win. The 2 Broadway Donna draws perfect, could get a pocket trip. You know, she likes this racetrack. She's certainly capable of huge efforts, and has been facing the boys. I think could get a little bit of a trip here behind Ariana G. Caprice Hill, I think, is sitting on a nice one. This horse was good last time against JL Cruz. Was right behind Broadway Donna before that. Hasn't put it together this year, but this horse has made $1.2 million. And, I like McNair getting back on. And then Ice Attraction, definite closer. There's a lot of speed for this horse to chase. This horse is another one that likes this racetrack. The big track is a huge difference for this horse. It's going to be a price right now, 13 to 1.
13 to 1, yeah.
That's fair value there.
Yeah, and I said Ice Attraction is my 3rd choice. She's my 2nd choice. Ariana G, gonna be tough to beat here. Currently 4 to 5. Ice Attraction, I really like her from mid-pack. She's a closer, and if she gets drug into the race, like you said, with the big track, she's way better. You see way better miles out of her on the big track. She loves the long stretch, and I think if she gets drug up into it, she's going to be very tough. And Svanstedt hasn't won a race yet today.
Yeah, kicked 26-2 last time. That's a huge effort, and she's very capable. Made $408,000 last year. Very interesting at a price from a style standpoint, especially with a lot of these horses that like to leave.
And if you remember, she upset last year Ariana G in whatever race that is at Lexington on closing day.
Yeah.
In the mud.
Kentucky Futurity.
So I do think she's got a big shot here, and Svanstedt's horses usually show up on days like this. 6-pack was, he was going to be right there if he didn't get into trouble with him. But, the other one I think we haven't talked about very much here. Broadway Donna from the inside, 3 to 1 currently. She's got a big shot. She likes to leave, stay close to the pace, if not on the lead. And she's been very sharp recently. Last week made a first over move and, just got beat. I don't mind that performance there. That was at Harris Philly. Comes back to the Meadowlands. She excels here as well. So I think she's another one you have to use.
Yeah, she's my top pick for sure. Right now 3 to 1, certainly taking money. They're betting this horse into Ariana G a little in the race. She's very capable off a trip.
The other one that is taking some money here, Emoticon Hanover, and she deserves to take some money. She's been a top 3 trotting mare for the last couple years now, and from an inside post, I think you might see her leave again and try to get away close and sit up there on the rail.
She's another one that likes this racetrack. It's been chasing Hannelore. She's capable of big miles on big days. I just feel like there's so many horses that want the front in this race. It could be a log jam, and maybe some horse that trips out could win.
That's why I like Ice Attraction here. I think maybe there's going to be a few horses that leave here, and it's going to make it tough just because they could go very fast early, and if they do, you're going to see some horses fading late in the mile.
Yeah. I agree. I mean,
this is
the
final pick 3 of the day.
Right.
And they're going to roll right through these last 3 like they usually do. So if you are still playing, for me, I'll start with all 3 of those horses. 2, Broadway Donna, the 6, Ice Attraction, and the 9, Ariana G. As they come out to post parade, we'll get that up for you here.
I would add the 5 there also for pick 3 purposes as a price
if it stops
with a legitimate
buffering.
chance.
And then race 15, I said what I like there. I like the 1, the 4, and the 7. Apple Bottom Jeans, big price shot, I think has a chance if things can go her way.
That horse
and
will be
Bartlett comes
100
in just
to 1.
to drive this one.
I mean, you're going to get 50 to 1 on that horse probably.
She's got a mark of 50 here.
I know. I mean, she's capable. That's a tough spot for her.
And, you kind of have that deceiving, you have those deceiving lines on there because she's been racing at Harrington, which, that's a much, much slower track than here. But, this group, other than maybe Sharton, hasn't been stellar all year long. So,
yeah, and she's capable of making a mistake. She was on the front, at 1 to 9 in the Golden Girls and got ran down. So Sharton, while she was killing everything for a while, she maybe has tailed off just a hair, and you're still going to get 3 to 5 there. And I went a little deeper there. I think LA Delight has a chance from this post. Pure Country is always live against these horses. And then the 5, Win Some Glory. 2 in a row for Burke. Steps up, but is capable, has some back class, and is going to be a big price.
Yeah, I don't mind Win Some Glory there. That's another good price play to have on the ticket.
Yeah.
And then the final race of the meet here at the Meadowlands, race 16, which is the open pace for older horses, older colts and geldings. My top choice there, Don't Tell Me, the 6. I'm also going to use the 1 and the 3. I think any of those could win the race with the scratch of the 4 Phoenix Warrior.
Yeah, I agree. Those are the 3 I like. I think if you're live to those 3 horses, you're fairly safe in that last race.
So to recap, our pick 3s, 2, 6, 9 for me in leg 1, with 1, 4, and 7 in leg 2, and leg 3, 1, 3, 6. If you're playing it for $1, it's $27 for $1.
I was 2, 5, 6, 9 with the 1, 2, 4, 5 with 1, 3, 6. So that's $48 for $1 if you're playing.
Mike's going to play my ticket for $1 for me.
Yeah. Rod's running out of money in my account now.
As I navigate things, Mike is helping me out today.
Ray decided to bail out in the last 3 races, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know where he went. Maybe he had to poo.
I hope not.
But regardless, big day today. This is my first time at the Hambletonian. It's lived up to the hype. Seems to be getting better and better every year. And when we were here back in April, I told Dave Brower on in the sulky that the Hambletonian was going to be a very good race, and we had 2 eliminations that were wide open races, to be honest, which I picked both winners. And then, yeah, I'm bragging a little bit, but then the final, a different horse won. So it ended up, it played out how we kind of thought it would, where it was a wide open, contested, very competitive group of horses that went into the Hambo.
Yeah, that was a very good Hambo. There wasn't much separating a lot of those horses, but the filly was just better. I mean, what can you do? She got her set up in the last race. Just stole those extra couple lengths around the second turn, and that was good enough. And
we do have a another contest winner to announce, which I don't know where Jen's at. She's not back yet. Hopefully she gets up here before we shut down.
Some people forgot about us here today, but
I'm going to text her.
That's not uncommon.
I'm going to text her.
We had other guests and other fill-ins and things.
What was the handball race giveaway?
I'll look.
Since we got about a minute and a half, 2 minutes here.
No, the final, it doesn't say. It doesn't say.
Race 13?
Hambo duffel bag with various prizes.
So the winner of this next drawing is going to get a duffel bag full of stuff. A bunch of stuff. Like, not even joking, a lot of stuff. And I would say that bag is probably valued at $400 with everything that's in it. And we're going to try to add to it, get a couple more things to put in there. Actually, we have a couple more things. Hawthorne sent us some swag that we're going to actually give away. And then that's going to be for this race here. We're going to give away that swag. I don't know what happened to my 14th race pro. It's over here. I suck at calling races if you can't tell yet, but...
Well, maybe put the mic up to the feed instead or something.
Well, no, I gotta have... it's so small, I can't see it. I can't see the numbers, which kind of sucks. And that feed is 7 seconds ahead, so it's tough to get there. I could just copycat Ken Workington.
You could.
Yeah. But then I'll get lost anyway, so. Ray left, so I don't care. I'm still going to do it. Race 14, going to the gate. This is the $154,000 TVG Philly Mare Trot Memorial. Here they come.
Attraction, checkmate time. Celebrity Ruth, Ariana G left very wide there. As shooting out is Emoticon.
They're off and trotting. Off stride is PL Jill from the rail. Leaving from the outside, Ariana G along with checkmate time, Ice Attraction, and Caprice Hill, all leaving for the lead. Broadway Donna floats off the gate to get away third. Fourth is Dream Together. Fifth is Emoticon Hanover. Celebrity Ruth and Checkmate Time round out the top tier, and PL Jill is far back. Ariana G makes the front 27 flat for the quarter. Emoticon Hanover gets the pocket ride here. Broadway Donna settles third. Fourth on the rail, Dream Together. Fifth on the outside, Caprice Hill making a first over bid here. Ice Attraction sits in sixth. Is that Ice Attraction? I can't tell. Seventh, Checkmate Time on the outside, and Celebrity Ruth moves to the outside. Eighth, PL Jill far back. Half and 55 flat. Ariana G on the lead here. Coming first over, Caprice Hill with Doug McNair. Third on the inside, chasing now, falling back, Emoticon Hanover, and they're really sprinting now. Second over, Broadway Donna, popping off the rail, three deep now, Dream Together with Bob McClure. Ake Svanstedt with Ice Attraction, six, trying to split horses. Ariana G, 123-3. Here comes Broadway Donna on the outside. Far outside, Dream Together is flying late. Ice Attraction trying to split horses. Dream Together on the far outside. Here she comes, 13-1. Dream Together. Very tight photo for second. Either Ice Attraction, Dream Together, or Broadway Donna. Where'd they go? Dream Together won the race. 151-3. Big heat there.
Well, you're looking for a closer. There's a closer. I almost mentioned her whenever she was going.
She popped off. I saw her pop off the rail around the last turn, and I
closer.
said she's got to go.
Yeah.
Very
Another
tight
one
photo
capable.
for second between
And that's,
Broadway
Blay
Donna.
like shows up on these big days too. You wanted a closer. The 6 couldn't get room. Was
Snuck
coming.
through late.
The 5 was huge in the race. Raced extremely well. Just get beat.
Very good race. If you can't tell, I'm not a professional race caller, so I did the best I could.
Yeah, the 5.
You can
and
hate
6
on me
raced
if you
very
want.
well there.
I don't really care. That's my race call. So 3, 2, 5, 6 are the results of the photo.
Are you sure the 2 got second?
3, 2, 5, 6. Dream Together, Broadway Donna second, Caprice Hill third, and Ice Attraction fourth.
Surprised Broadway Donna blew that perfect trip.
Yeah, she should have won off of that.
Yeah, she's supposed to win there.
50-1, Dream Together.
Yeah, that'll make the pick 4. It's 59-1 actually.
I thought she was 30-1. She went off 50-1.
Huge.
That's gonna make
She
some
should
tickets.
have never been that price, to be honest.
A Mohawk shipper there coming down and getting the job done.
Yeah. And
That was a very good drive by Bob McClure.
Perfect. And the horse could have been had. I'm a little upset with myself for not using, to be honest. So.
Very, very good drive. 50-1 upset in race 14, which is going to make the pick 4s basically unhittable. That's a giant number there. So as we wait for prices from race 14, fractions 27 flat, 55 flat, 123 and 3, 151 and 3. Does she go home in about 27 seconds?
She's fast. When she gets her set up, she's good enough to beat these horses.
And if you're wondering why I have a towel on this side of my head, it's because the sun is over there and I already have a sunburn, like massive sunburn. I'll be half Indian, half Irish.
This horse is going to pay $120, $122.
Results are official.
Oh, 105? Oh, 51-1. Okay, 51-1.
3, Dream Together, 105.60 for a $2 win bet, 49.60 to place, 25.20 to show. The 2, Broadway Donna, 6.20 to place, 6.40 to show. The 5, Caprice Hill, $9 to show. 3-2 Exacta for $2, $1,031.
Wow.
$2 trifecta, 3-2-5, 28.83.40. Giant prices there for race 14. 2 to go.
2 left.
Two races left in the entire meet at the Meadowlands till when? Late September?
Yeah.
So we got a couple month break there.
Let's see. Wow, Sharton opened 7-2. Pure Country opened 3-5. That's very interesting.
Early money going, all the early money going to Pure Country here at 3-5. What do I see on the board here? 3-5 on Pure Country. 7-2 second choice currently is Sharton the 1, and you know that's the worst name of all time.
You don't like that, huh?
Sharton. Come on. That's what you do, like when you're in the car and have no restroom.
Yeah, I don't know about that, Rob.
That's Sharton.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Oh.
You're doing the Craig's dad. You got the spray.
2 races left. What do we got? 7 minutes to this one. Actually 15. Money will even out, obviously.
I don't know what just happened, but I was. Apparently, I opened every app on my phone. I don't know how. But shout out to Alberta, John Abbott in Alberta.
Yeah.
Driver over at Fraser Downs. He's watching right now. If you are handicapping Century Downs, which started at 3:15, my analysis is up on the website, NAHUpicks.com. Right on the homepage, you can click the link and get a downloadable version of my analysis.
Oh, Ray's back, thankfully.
And Ray actually made it back.
Huh? No.
Really? I thought that you written all over
I'm
it.
so miserable, like, not having it. You have no idea.
I apologize about that. Upstairs, Rick Zeron was talking. I was talking with Jay Bergman, close friend, dear friend. I also bet Caprice Hill, and I thought she was going to get up until
I thought
Bob
she raced
got it.
very well, too. I'm very annoyed.
How'd you guys do calling the race?
I called it. It was probably my best call, but it wasn't very good.
You were at a huge disadvantage.
I still called it.
I was also speaking more so for your vocabulary, but that works too. Mike deserves a break. Godspeed, young chum.
Chump?
Yeah, young chump. Yeah, why isn't there a rapper named Young Chump?
Because it's terrible.
Oh no, there's so many young. There's Young Thug, Young
Douche.
Whoa. Do we really? Everyone's leaving. No one cares anymore, I guess. As we're getting into the final 2 races on Hambletonian Day here at the Meadowlands. I do have to say, it's amazing how an atmosphere like this, along with some of the races we've seen, really makes 16 races go by.
Right, it's, like last week, seemed like it was just dragging and dragging when we were at the Meadows, and today, we've been on the air for 6.5 hours, and thank you all for watching, because we wouldn't
and hopefully
we wouldn't have these marathon shows without you guys.
And hopefully you caught on to some of the horses that we were high on, because I can tell you, I did not cash on anything today.
I gave out a ton of winners today. We still got 2 races though, 2 more winners coming.
And this next one perhaps could be a big price, because Sharton's back. The inside.
Sharton's back.
She's 9 to 5. Oh, she's not taking a lot of head play.
No, well, I think what people are looking at here are that mile and an eighth race 2 back here at the Meadowlands, where she went to the front, she got beat, but those were wicked fractions that she had to cut. So
they were too fast.
25 and 2, getting parked is fast. I don't care who you are.
You're forgetting they're going through a straightaway, so they're always going faster.
I don't care.
It's just a little fast.
You're still pacing
it's combo
an
like a
eighth.
26.
You're still pacing an eighth and probably 11 and change. That first eighth, which is very,
fight
very
right
fast.
now.
So,
okay.
I mean, she's a use.
All right.
And 9 to 5. I mean, she's probably going to be closer to 6 to 5 or even money when all's said and done. But for me, my price play is not much of a price right now. 10 to 1 on Apple Bottom Jeans coming from Harrington.
Really? That's your price play?
Yeah.
Why? Well, I get the price part, but why is...
She's coming back from Harrington. She's had success here.
Okay.
She's got a win in 150 and 1.
All right.
Here this year, and I think if
you remember what kind of race that was, right?
It doesn't matter what kind of race it was.
It kind of does, but okay. Go on. She's in against the top mares in the division now, compared to what she was in against there. But
well, she was in. Right. Yeah, I mean, she was in with condition horses back then, but regardless, the track is much faster now than it was then. And the reason I'm using her is because there's a lot of early speed in here. Somebody has to run at Sharton. They're not going to let her go for $200,000. There's no way they just let her go and not challenge her. And she has a tendency, she's a New Zealand race. She's kind of one of them goofy ones. She can make a break. So if she's in one of her moods, it opens the entire race up. Pure Country.
8 to 5. She's 8 to 5 right now.
9 to 5 currently. She just went up.
Yeah, she's the co-favorite.
When she is on her game, we know what she does. She goes right to the front. And, she's got a big shot as well from a good post. I think the big key for me anyway, is that there's so much early speed here. I'm expecting a few horses to be going. They're going to go very fast early. So if they do that, it should play out for a closer, and I like the chances of Apple Bottom Jeans, who's been winning from the outside over at Harrington.
By the way, these are the last 2 races of the champion meet here at the Meadowlands racetrack. These are your last 2 chances to bet on Meadowlands until October when racing comes back. Remember when Wallner was supposed to win the Hambo? Memories. What else is going on here? I'm trying to find value in this race, but you have Sharton, LA Delight, and Pure Country. They're like the dynamos of this division.
Yeah.
They've proven they belong.
Got 50 to 1 on the last race.
But, you know,
that's true.
Tough to not use Sharton. I think that's really a key here. She has to be used, but is she vulnerable? I think she is. I would be 3 deep here, 1, 4, and 7, and possibly throwing on the 5 Win Sun Glory at another price at currently 20 to 1.
I'm just trying to look at some of these other horses and gauge where they rank. Because, like, you have a lot of these mares coming in from the open circuit and these conditioned circuits that are admittedly making a move up in class, which is why you're getting prices on them, because they're unproven against the likes of Sharton, who's just dominated this division throughout. Like, for instance, Caviar Alley, I'm not a big fan, but she's at least hit. Oh, never mind, 416, we just heard it here. People are shouting 416 trifecta, that's the bet. Forget everything I was saying. No, Blue Moon Stride, too. I thought she was supposed to race a lot better than she has in her last couple of starts. She has been so empty. And I don't know what's going on, but she's currently on the board 12 to 1. That's too low a price.
Well, bad post last time, then had the rail and the Golden Girls, you know, and looks like took a shuffle. Prior to that, raced okay, you know, and the Roses Are Red was second there. You know, second tier, it doesn't hurt this one because she tends to sit anyway. You know, I don't know. I mean, it's one of the ones, I guess.
The 5 Win Sun Glory, also 20 to 1 to 1. She has been racing incredibly well here at the Meadowlands, albeit against weaker horses. And it seems like she's one that if she gets a trip, she could definitely be up there.
I liked her. I used her in horizontal wagers. She's, you know, has a definite chance for me, especially from this post. Look, 26 and 1, 25 and 3, those last 2 races, that plays well in any race. She's very possible with a trip.
You have a weird horse here in the 6th, Safe from Terror, last out. Looks like she tied up on the lead over at Yonkers. Ended up finishing 7th by a distance as the favorite. I have a feeling she guns out here, and that could really set up for a lot of chaos.
Very possible. Yeah, I'm not really sure about this horse on the big track against these horses.
Okay.
You know, could mess the race up for sure. Remember, they're going a mile and an eighth, so you got that straightaway to start.
You know, the thing with the 6, she's a small track horse, so I'm going to dismiss her here, just because it's a lot tougher to come here, especially against this class. The other one we haven't talked about really, Caviar Alley, who's parading right now.
I mentioned her, but
37 to 1, big price on her. She plays against these, you know, fairly commonly. I mean, she's got an outside post, which is
and she's always had the rail.
She was a much better 3-year-old though than she is a 4-year-old, and that's typical. I don't know. I mean, I think she's up against it in this field.
One thing to definitely know: Apple Bottom Jeans, Kevin Switzer, 3 for 4. Even though it's a small number, a lot of people could like that. I don't know. Maybe justifies.
I think 3 of those wins were here earlier in the winter with this horse.
I don't know if he trained her.
Now, what about the mare that we were on earlier this year that has kind of tailed off a little bit, Blue Moon Stride, the 11?
I was talking about her too. Jesus, wind, calm down. I was talking about her too, and those last 2 races, 2 starts back, she had absolutely nothing. And I don't know if it's because she was stalking those fast fractions, but that's the kind of pace where she should be gaining ground. And instead, she just hanged and ended up finishing 5th. And then last out, I don't know what happened. 8 days later, goes to the lead from post 7, but then has nothing in the stretch, ends up finishing 7th by 7 lengths, is on the board right now at 14 to 1. I'd look elsewhere. I think she's
incredibly undervalued.
A little bit, yeah. There's a lot of variables in this race. To be honest, most people are going to be looking at the one, Sharton, as a key horse here, and she's going to be tough. So must use, but don't key her. Pure Country.
Okay.
Yeah, Pure Country obviously is going to be a second choice, and third you can kind of toss up between several horses. Currently, LA Delight, the 2, is taking the third most money, and everybody else is double-digit odds. And take a shot underneath, I think.
Here's my question with Sharton. Sharton was put out of contention in the Golden Girls because she went to the lead. She tried to come from off the pace last time. Does she go to the lead? I think she wins if she doesn't go to the lead.
She's going to fire.
Okay.
I mean, she has to. She's got the rail. She might just go out of there enough to get away close and then quarter move. She's done that in the past, where she's just kind of floated and then moved early to get to the front. So we'll see. Even money, she's taking more and more money here. I kind of expected that. So we'll see how it plays out.
I still feel the price of this race is Win Sun Glory, currently on the board at 22-1. She can get the trip, and that's all she has to do. Just sit the trip, and if she doesn't win, she's up there, I think, at least.
I agree. Michael, where do you stand with the odds board?
Mike's just letting his program blow in the wind. Totally
Where do I
disinterested.
stand with the odds? Well, no, I'm not disinterested at all. I feel like even money's a little short on the 1, but expected. The 2's more overbet than I expected at 9-2. I think that's marginal value. The 4 took the early money and is 5-2. Again, a little bit short. I definitely like the 5 at 22-1 off those 2 wins and those 2 big kicks. I think that would be the horse I would try to play with and maybe get some value there in the first or second spots. Maybe play some triples that way.
Well, they should be going to gate soon.
Soon. Getting there.
You getting ready for the next one?
We have 2 giveaways to do.
Okay.
The Hambletonian, which was what, Mike? What was our Hambletonian?
Hambo,
the bag.
Hambo bag, yeah, with a bunch of stuff in it, yeah.
Has a ton of crap in it.
I wouldn't call it crap.
Hambo duffel bag filled with various prizes. Race 14 is Running Ace's hat. Race 15 is Hawthorne stuff.
So we've got...
we forgot about the Hawthorne stuff and the Running Aces stuff. So
we've got a Hawthorne hat and t-shirt, which we're going to draw right now. So the winner there, Nancy Hubbard.
Okay.
She's going to win a Hawthorne hat and t-shirt.
Fantastic.
Winner
nice
of the bag, the big Hambletonian bag with a bunch of stuff in it, Ariel Lehman.
Wow.
About $400 worth of stuff.
Ray's off to the window.
Ray's sprinting. He's like literally sprinting.
To get his $2 bet in.
We'll have our last giveaway coming up, which is going to be Jen Bongiorno's swag. And that's going to be the last giveaway of the day. But we have 2 races left. And they're getting ready to go to the gate for race 15. Only about a minute to post here. Minute and a half or so. They're dragging this one out. Of course they are.
Yeah. About 2 minutes left here. There they go. Another good race, though. I'm so disappointed I didn't have Dream Together. Wow. When I was sitting here looking at the book, I thought, I can't believe I left this horse off. Like, I really felt dumb. Even before the race.
Well,
because I like these Woodbine horses. I like these Woodbine horses.
But we've got less than a minute to post here for race number 15. This is the $197,400 Lady Liberty final for Fillies and Mares Pacers.
At 26-1, I had to run and go bet Win Sun Glory. I'm the reason why she's 25-1, I guess. Phoenix Warriors scratched in the last race, by the way.
Yeah, we know.
I think before they close, after this race, I'm going to go get us a funnel cake. Sound good? All right.
Wait, Ray's buying. Called it.
It's no problem. They're getting ready to go. More than full field of 12 lining up for the Lady Liberty. Free-for-all mare pace. 10 in line, 2 in behind. In motion, into the stretch. Approaching the start. Request that stream. Off and pacing, Apple Bottom Jeans shows speed, as well as Caviar Alley moving out for a spot. As they go on past the stands first time, Caviar Alley from Apple Bottom Jeans getting away third, then Call Me Queen Bee with Sharton pushing through to the inside of Twinkle, moving to that first turn. Caviar Alley swooped up to take command with Apple Bottom Jeans second. Out and moving, Call Me Queen Bee from third, tracking that Sharton through a 26-4 opening quarter. Twinkle then is wide to the backstretch of Blue Moon Stride. They're then followed by, towards the very back of the pack, Pure Country along with Win Sun Glory, Inverse Hanover back there too, as I go on to the backstretch. Call Me Queen Bee sits second as Sharton clears the front, with back third Caviar Alley heading to the half mile. Out and moving, then uncovered, is Twinkle, left out to venture through a 54-3 half, 27-4 that second quarter as they move on towards that far turn. Odds on favor Sharton in control by a length and a quarter. Outside Twinkle going to pressure with Call Me Queen Bee sitting pocket third. They're then back on cover. Blue Moon Stride sits second over. Shuffled back then Caviar Alley, as is come LA Delight as they go on to three quarters. Sharton leads the way. Outside Twinkle still there. Call Me Queen Bee to the inside, 3/4 in 1:22. Around the final turn, 3i comes Blue Moon Stride, as well as Pure Country tracking that one. Caviar Alley looks for room with Apple Bottom Jeans and Safe from Terror wide in the back of the field as they come into the stretches. Sharton in control here by 2, chased home by Blue Moon Stride. Deeper on the track then comes Apple Bottom Jeans, now diving towards the inside, down to the 8th pole. Sharton holds sway. Blue Moon Stride, Pure Country lunging down the center, but sharp here. It's Sharton to win the Lady Liberty. Very tight for second. Blanket finish there. Pure Country along with Blue Moon Stride and Apple Bottom Jeans. The mile 150, mile and 8th, 2:04 and 1. I really ran to go back and win some glory just to see her trail the field. Jesus Christ. One more race.
The 4 was massive in that race. Had no trip whatsoever and just missed.
There you go.
Facebook, Twitter.
Sharton.
148.ca.
Another
is,
top
it's
pick.
a Canadian radio
Obviously
station.
the favorite
and then
there.
we do, like, on
But
Facebook, YouTube, we have live feed every week.
All you got to do there,
It's just internet.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's close for second.
They do. Yeah. So,
Close for second.
Yeah.
We'll see here. I couldn't tell who got there for second. Maybe the 4.
I think the 4 got second.
1, 4, 7.
It's close for third, 7 or 9, I believe.
If it's 1, 4, 7, that's Ice Cold Try, which isn't huge.
No, it's not, but it's, it's fine. The 9 might have got third. It's very close. I like the 4 on top. I thought the 9 had a chance underneath. We really didn't talk about her much, but on the website I did have her listed 4th. Had a big number. 87-1.
Still waiting on the photo here, but the 1 Sharton clear winner in race 15.
I think you can.
Photo for second, 4 Pure Country, third,
11.
The 11 Blue Moon Stride, and fourth, 7 Apple Bottom Jeans. 1, 4, 11, 7. Almost gave it out ice cold.
Almost. We talked about the 11 quite a bit. I thought the horse raced well. Perfect trip.
One more race to go here. You're still watching. There are still quite a few people watching.
One
So
race
we're almost
to go.
done.
Ray's going for food again. Ray apparently these last
Ray
three
went and got
races
us
thought
a
he
funnel
could.
cake
He could.
before they shut down.
I had one thing of sandwich from the press box.
I had a sandwich.
What is one thing of sandwich?
It's like a little slice of sandwich.
Ray got us all a funnel cake.
I'll take your funnel cake.
So just cut it into thirds. Give me the bigger third. And then we're good to go.
When was the last time I had funnel cake? Years.
One race left on the meet here at the Meadowlands. 8 minutes to
Prices are
post.
up. You guys want prices?
Sure.
Yeah, we got prices here. The one, Sharton, 320, 220, 210, 4 Pure Country, 340, 260. The 11 Blue Moon Stride, 620. 1-4 exact at 1040. 1-4-11 trifecta 80-20. One race.
If you guys want a little bit of this, I better suggest you get it now.
Well, we're on the show.
I will be devouring this.
Some of
We're
us
on
are
the
trying to
show.
still do a TV show. You decided you're just going to bail out these last three.
Oh, everyone else can, but I can't?
No, we're on TV.
You call us TV. Look.
Yeah, if I turn my TV on, we're on it.
That's true, on Amazon Fire, right?
Yeah.
Amazon Fire TV. If you haven't downloaded the app yet, do it.
Since when
NAHU Picks.
Since when is it rude to eat in front of people?
It's not
sort
as
of
rude to eat on
frowned upon
TV.
In some ways, yeah.
I don't get why.
Yeah.
You want me to starve for your amusement?
Yes.
That sounds kind of medieval.
No!
How about the 6 here, 9-2? 3 open at 4-5. That's a good
I
price
have
on
to
that
have
horse. My top
my
pick's
shield.
at 1, 7-1.
There we go. We good.
Don't we have one more drawing?
Yes, we do have one more drawing.
Oh, here comes the program.
And this is for the JB Racing stuff. Let's get it. Last drawing of the day. Oh, I'm going to be hurting tomorrow, son.
Say that louder so the sun can hear you. Oh, no.
Yeah, shine brighter.
It's okay, Rod. You'll be fine. Checking off and pacing currently.
Let's see.
Oh, that's not rude, but me eating is. I see where the boundaries are.
Yeah.
Starvation is a virtue.
Yeah.
What was the the JB Racing winner, John Kelly. If you've won
John.
something today, contact me. Let me know you acknowledge it. We'll send you what you won. So make sure you get at me. And we got,
Timmy had a pretty big day.
Just a few minutes. Oh, the sun is killing me.
All right, one more race.
One more race. We got 14 minutes left in the broadcast.
And Phoenix Warriors only scratch?
Yeah.
We got 13 minutes to post here for the last race of the meet.
In 1 minute, it'll be 12 minutes to post. In 2 minutes, it'll be 11. Wait, no, 12. What? Warrior?
The sun is brutal today.
Yeah,
I know you guys want to look at my pretty face.
I'm undoubtedly.
But I'm having trouble with the sun. The sun and I are not friends, if you couldn't tell before.
And with the feds.
We are like complete opposites. I like sitting in the sun, but the sun does not like me and tries to kill me.
And I'm the only one that's not whining ever.
Well, that's because
Just take note.
Mike, if you did whine, the entire universe would collapse in on itself.
Indeed.
Well, here's the issue, Mike.
No, I don't want to hear it, Rod.
The issue is I'm Irish and I'm freaking pasty. So
I'm Italian and I'm pasty. How does that work?
Yeah.
I'll try to bring some vaginal cream for the next broadcast.
Whoa!
Just to make sure that you don't burn or suffer.
What have I done? I inspired you two to break our family-friendly code.
We certainly have to start packing washcloths for Rod to put on his face.
Yeah, you want to know how sanitary this is? I took this one off the ground.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's great. Let's just keep getting better.
I think that's how some people get glaucoma.
Yeah.
No, this one, this was actually ours from earlier when the table was wet. We were wiping it down.
Yeah.
And we just set it on the ground to dry out, and it dried out in like 10 minutes because it's so hot.
Well, let's take a look at this race. Let's see if we can get one more winner.
Great vintage, 7-1.
And great vintage, 7-1. I opened my program.
Oh, imagine that.
Yeah, so you got an entry here, 1 and 1A.
I thought you were going to say you got to open your program, because you do.
Great vintage and Sunfire Blue Chip for posts 2 and 10. Both of them have a shot here. Jimmy Tactor, Johnny driving Great Vintage, and Andrew McCarthy driving Sunfire Blue Chip.
Sunfire has post 10 too.
And the other one, the other entry here, Caviar Luca and Lawrencetown Beach. Yannick chose Lawrencetown Beach, and they have post positions 3 and 5, respectively.
What about More Than Better? What's he at right now? Oh, is he the favorite?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, of course.
4 to 5.
Of course.
He's my third choice.
Kroger with a down under horse. Those horses always get bet.
Well, this horse won at 7-1 at Philly when he went 49-1.
Yeah, I mean 4 to 5 on him, right? That's way too short of a price. There's several horses here that can beat him.
Ballarat Boomerang has been racing well on the condition circuit over Paris, Philadelphia, Yonkers. A lot of these other tracks aren't the Meadowlands, but he has decent miles at the Meadowlands too. On the board at 16-1. You think this horse stands a chance?
I prefer
mean, yeah, a little bit.
It's Zurich, though.
All right.
I would say a little bit. He's just got to get in the right position. He's moving back to the big track. I think he plays underneath. I don't know that he can win, but I would use him underneath.
Well, speaking of that, too, American Prime Time is also shipping in from Yonkers, racing over on the half miles, showing speed there. You got to think this horse gets involved.
Yeah, he's won here in the past. He's got a few big miles here, so I expect him to definitely play underneath.
I don't think they're beating the one.
I don't think he wins, but I would use him underneath as well.
Well, if the one gets the front, that doesn't mean he's going to win.
No, but I just think that he's going to be the one to control the race.
My top choice here, the 6, Don't Tell Me Again.
I should not to.
That's my top choice. 3 to 1 currently.
That was a huge race in the graduate final.
Perfect trip.
Yeah. And then last time was just no shot whatsoever. These are lesser, though. I would expect, this horse to try to go, too. I mean, it's going to be a heavy front end.
Just been alerted, we are handing out the biggest leading driver of the meet. Congratulations.
Yannick should drive. No, Jim won!
Wow.
And he hasn't driven since July. His last drive here was in July.
Well, it's only August 4th, so that was last week.
Yeah.
It was like mid-July.
Wow. Congratulations, Jim Marone.
Well, now's a good time to thank the sponsors, the guests, all those
As
things.
we get ready to wind down. Well, you don't have that covered, Rob? I was kind of handing that off to you.
What were you handing off to me?
We have sponsors to thank, including the Hambletonian Society, including Hickory Lane Farms,
including Team Orange Crush.
Where is Maggie, by the way? Is she just?
Maggie ditched us.
Big time.
When's your first Hambletonian? You're like a kid in a.
He's like,
in a toy factory.
Well, we don't mind Maggie ditching us. She's having fun. That's all we care about. She was our contest winner for the trip. Other sponsors: Running Aces, MHRI, Minnesota Harness Racing Inc., and
Hawthorne.
Gave us some stuff. Gave us some giveaway items. JB Racing, which is Jen and Joe Bongiorno. And who am I forgetting? Anybody?
Russ Adams was here. Anthony McDonald was here.
Yep.
Thank them.
Everybody that came
Bill
on
O'Donnell.
today. Kevin Greenfield.
J.J. came over. He
Kevin
came and visited
Greenfield,
us.
Anthony McDonald, Russ Adams, Al Nash, Bill O'Donnell,
Frank Catolo.
Yes.
Frank Catolo. Everybody that filled in. If I forgot you, sorry. I didn't.
You should have been more memorable.
Another long day. 7 hours
I've
here
had
we are
40
again.
questions.
7 hours. It went fast.
Oh, it's 6:30. Oh my God.
Yeah.
We're the only people that are going to do this for 7 straight hours.
And we gave out a
Nobody
lot of
else.
winners today. I mean, a lot of horses to fill in underneath. A lot of long shots from Ray. Rod, I think, picked almost every winner. I mean, he was really hot today. My stuff on the website was very good.
We're getting to the last race. I got to admit something. I did not look at this card until today.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're more like, you like to look at the board and find stuff like that.
That's all I had to do.
That's what you typically do, though. You know,
I mean,
it doesn't benefit you to look at things early
I
necessarily.
had ideas of horses in the Hambo just because I've been following them all season. But, like, I didn't look at the Lady Liberty last race, and probably the fact that Winston Glory finished dead last, you can probably tell. But, and, like, the Cane Pace, I hadn't looked at the Cane Pace. I forgot who was in the Cane Pace.
Well, all my
I
stuff
didn't know
was
it
done
in the
on Thursday, just for the sake of having something up on the website for people to look at. But it was all fairly decent. I mean, we had a lot of, decent priced horses, some good underfillers.
In this last race, I think American Primetime at 10-1. If you're going for one more price shot, he's probably the last chance. He is the last chance. There's no other chances after this.
Yeah, Great Vintage is a good price. Well, now 7-2.
Yeah, he's going down.
Going down. These entries tend to get overbet.
Yeah, because you get 2 horses for 1 ticket.
Don't tell me again the 6 is my top choice here.
5-2.
The 6 is your top choice.
Yeah. That's what I said.
No.
3 starting to drift a little, up
Don't
to
tell me
7-5.
again.
I like
we said before, it looks like those 3 to us. So.
The plus side, the sun is going down. This may be my most accurate call of the day.
Fantastic.
Because I can see the feed so much better. I know the horse is coming in. Everyone is getting ready to leave after this last race. What was good, what was nice, I went inside to go by Winston Glory, and the line was there was no line at all.
Well, yeah.
Going to bet. Before the Hambo, you would be behind 3, 4, 5 people, and you don't even know if you're going to get your bet in the last couple of minutes. So what that says 0 minutes, right? In the
Yes.
Field? Okay. So we're getting ready to go.
We are getting ready to go for the last race of the meet here at the Meadowlands.
If you remember a couple of years ago, 2013, we were in that building over there, the old building. And in the last race, John Campbell came flying from the back to win the race. Ken Morgan did call us, John Campbell, of course he wins! It's just a fun piece of trivia that benefits probably no one. But I remember that. I was there, and everyone in the press box went, well, isn't that something?
They were waiting on Jim Marone Jr. to get back to the paddock to get on Missile J.
I think Missile J has a outside chance to hit the board. I mean, that horse has a lot of back class and is capable for sure.
All these guys are going to Yonkers tonight, right?
Yeah, right. No, they'll be up here with us.
If only I could be up here with you.
You could be.
I'll be going back to work for Standardbred Canada. Because tonight's Dream of Glory night up at Hanover Raceway. That's their feature race for 3-year-old trotters. I'll be covering that. Rod's already packing up. He's done.
It's time.
Leave it to me then.
We got Ray. Ray took the last 3 races off, so he can have the last 3 minutes.
The last 3 races, I took 1 race off. I took the Steel off. For good reason. I wanted to lose a bet. They're parading around. There you see Sunfire Blue Chip on your live feed. Andrew McCarthy driving for Jim Tactor. 4-1. This is Jimmy Tactor's last race, too. Maybe not of his career at the Meadowlands, but this is his last season. There you see. Oh, who's that? That's Ballarat Boomerang. Driver change Andy Miller to Victor Kirby. I'm just noting that from my sake.
Somehow Luke got my picks up on the Mohawk feeds tonight. Shout out to him.
That's right, because Chad's down here. Where's Chad? Chad didn't stop by. That's unfortunate. Countdown clock should be ticking momentarily, except the 2A Lordstown Beach is taking forever. He's coming by the stands right now, by the looks of it. I don't know where he's at. He's somewhere around here. That's not Lordstown Beach. I lied. That's Missile J. The 8 looks a lot like the 2A. Maybe the sun is still blaring in my eyes too much. And Johnny Tactor with great vintage right there. If I were to make a bet in this race, I already said I have an affinity towards American Primetime here on the board at 10-1. 8-5 on More the Better. I mean, he makes sense. Don't tell me again also taking money just off of goodbye program, just off of past races, 2 starts back in particular. He was out of contention last out in the Houghton, which is strange because he chose to leave in the Graduate but didn't in the Houghton. Maybe it's just because he's a 4-year-old. I don't know, but 8-5 is really low. I probably wouldn't look to get creative here because so far
9-2 is a fantastic price on this one. I'm telling you right now.
According to Mike, it is. I'm not sure your mic is on.
It's on. I'm going to take it out and beat you with it. Let's see what happens then.
You see, here at North American Horse Update, we're all about rapport and camaraderie. And if sometimes you gotta... Ow.
You're actually beating him with it.
Beating's a hard term. However, I lost my ability to do calculus. Yeah! I don't know what we're cheering for. I just heard people cheering.
Well, it's about time we have a little fun here anyway.
Oh, now you guys want to have fun. Oh, man.
7 hours is a long time.
I know it. You guys choose to be so stiff.
It's a long time.
Yeah, it takes you that long to warm up. It took me probably like an hour to warm up. As one more tick, the countdown clock. Come on.
Still 3 more minutes to go.
Oh, they added 3 minutes? Oh, man.
Was it 8 when you thought it was 0?
It was 8. Huh. What you got? We're currently organizing who gets what. Lord of the Flies style. I want the sunscreen. Everyone even on the Meadowlands live feed is long gone. They're all in Victory Sports Bar already. That's where everyone goes after the races on Hambo Day. We don't have that luxury, Rod. I don't have that luxury. Well, you earned it. You took the A train, the B train, the F train, the FU train. That last one was really just like a nail in the coffin, if you ask me. Hey, there's Maggie. She's walking by.
Oh, she's back.
Yeah. You would think she would have left after the Hambletonian.
Here. Did you ditch us on purpose?
Oh, she was on the roof. The roof's great. Everyone's drunk on the roof. Oh, she's burnt too. She's from Florida, but she's lived in Minnesota for how many years? Oh, really? Oh, okay.
I'm from Wisconsin, but I've been in
Yeah, I heard your voice and you said you're from Florida. I'm going, no, you're not. No.
After the first 2 races, like I looked at my picks and I was like, I'm really glad I didn't say this shit on air. So then I listened. I was like, I'm not even gonna go over there. They have to ask me questions and I say dumb shit, then people are gonna know that I don't know.
Off-camera stuff going on. Come on, countdown clock. Countdown clock. Countdown clock. Countdown clock. 60 seconds to post now. One more race. American Primetime 13-1. Just bet him to win and get lost. I don't care anymore.
7 hours is a very long time.
Well, actually, I've been... My burn is starting to level out by the looks of it. It's actually not that hot now because the winds finally came in.
Well, we won't be cutting back to camera. Rogers took it out. 6-5. More the better. 9-5 to 6. Don't tell me again. Final race here of the meet at the Meadowlands. In motion and behind the gain, approaching the start. They're off in pacing. Sunfire Blue Chip leaves out, as does Don't Tell Me Again, with towards the inside. Caviar Luca firing out. More the better does as well, protecting position towards the inside around the first turn. Great Vintage gets away fourth, then fifth now as the field begins to barrel to that opening quarter. Lawrencetown Beach moves out ahead of Ballarat Boomerang. They have two beaten then towards the very back, American Prime Time and Missile J. Heading by the opening quarter, clearing the front. 26-4. Who did clear the front? Let's get the zoom in. Zoom in there. Don't Tell Me Again. Don't Tell Me he's on the lead. Out and moving. More the better. From third towards second, up towards the leader as Caviar Lucas sits third down to that half-mile pole. Great Vintage sits fourth out of Lawrencetown Beach fifth. They're then followed by Sunfire Blue Chip there too as they go onto the half-mile station with a new leader. More the better. Leading Don't Tell Me Again with Caviar Lucas sitting to the inside third. A 53-2 half-mile as they move on towards the far turn. In front, More the Better, sitting second. Don't Tell Me Again with to the inside. Caviar Luca third, outside and moving. Great Vintage coming to the three-quarter pole. They're then followed by on cover towards the back of the pack. Ballarat Boomerang right in behind Lawrencetown Beach with Sunfire Blue Chip towards the inside. As they hit the three quarters, it's More the Better in front by two in 1:21 and 1. Sitting second, ready to pop pocket. Don't Tell Me Again. Down to these two. More the Better with the advantage of the sprint home. Outside, Don't Tell Me Again. Up the inside. Trying to gain ground, Caviar Luca with Lawrencetown Beach in between horses and center of the track. Great Vintage, Don't Tell Me Again is firing at More the Better, and it's Don't Tell Me Again in the final. More the Better second in 1:47-4. On behalf of everyone here at NAHU Picks North American Horse Update, Ray Catolo is superior to everyone, even though he didn't have the winner, but just read the board, doesn't matter. I have been Ray Catolo. Mike Bribosi's elsewhere. Rod Helms Jr. already going to beer up. Thanks again to all our guests. Anthony McDonald, Will O'Donnell came by, Al Nash, Kevin Greenfield, owner of Hicker Lane Farms. Hicker Lane Farms also a sponsor of the trip to the Hambletonian, won by Maggie Otley, who we just saw in passing, as well as Team Orange Crush, Hambletonian Society, Running Aces, MHRI, and Meadowlands Racing and Entertainment. I have been, who have I been? I've been Wolfgang von Mozart with Hambletonian Day coverage from the Meadowlands Racetrack. Good night.